Hello, one and all. Welcome back to Scales of War. Who remembers what happened last time? I know it was a minute ago, but
What was a minute ago? Well, we began.
we began.
We began on a boat,
We did.
and a storm, and a harpy, and
Mhm.
dragons fighting in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was all the main points.
I did my part.
The captain got lured by the harpy, and Morthos, who is Matt, who, by the way, is not here today, or at least isn't here yet. He will arrive in some form of time, Matt.
Some way, shape, or form.
He's just on his way back, I don't know, hitching a ride from Madagascar or something. But anyway, yeah, we Morthos managed to save the captain. We discovered who could and couldn't swim.
Mhm.
I had to bop the captain on the head to knock him out of his
Yeah,
trance.
he was hypnotized, drove the ship straight into some rocks.
Yep.
Rookie
I rode a
mistake.
Yeah.
I rode a cat to the rowing boat. And then when we got to the beach, some of the crew who died raised as zombies, which totally didn't traumatize the captain at all.
Yeah.
Nope.
He saw
care.
his life flash before his eyes.
Yeah, we showed off our mighty combat skills. I cast a wall of fire.
Mhm.
Yeah, inverted
A
commas.
wall of fire, quote unquote.
Yeah. And Morthos' pet outdamaged a lot of us.
Oh yeah, I think that's going to be the way for a while.
Actually, no, to be fair, I think Nikari and Morthos' pet were on relatively even terms of damage. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So you
then we
guys
went to
made
Dragon's
it to the
Rest.
island. Yep, so you made it to the monastery where folks were waking up. Well, the kobolds who lived there were already awake.
we met Elder Runara.
Mm-hmm.
Nikari told us she was here to speak to a statue.
I did not.
No, to be fair, I said Nikari admits she was here to speak to a dragon. And there was a girl called Beldora who got the boat with us, who was like a fellow
Yes.
adventurer dude or dudette, because her village was attacked by giants.
Yeah, you just heard a bit on the boat. She told you that she was from a small town near Waterdeep that was, attacked by giants, and she decided to get the hell out.
Makes sense. We met Mila Kunis, the kobold artificer.
Yes.
I think she was just called Mila. Yeah, she wanted to blow everything
Milo,
up.
the
in trouble.
artificer, Elder Runara,
The handouts that covering the notes.
popping them up.
Yeah.
And you guys were welcomed to take a rest there, despite your chaotic entrance to the island. And the next morning, Runara gave you guys a tour as you sort of got to know each other and the island a little bit more, along with the other inhabitants. You met Varnoth, the half-orc former mercenary. There she is.
Oh, I don't have any information. Arnoth?
Yeah. You saw her actually repairing the dragon statue. That was...
Yeah, okay. I
And-
didn't think she was important.
And also Tarek, the sort of healer slash cook, who has got a kind of Obi-Wan Kenobi look going. And Peverell specifically went and spoke to a scholar in the library
Galvan?
named Galvan. Yep. About a certain item that he is trying to find out information on.
A mysterious item.
Yes, mysterious item. And pretty much Galvin said he found all he could. Thinks it might be some kind of mouthpiece for like a horn of some sort.
It said sound the breath on it, right?
Yes, in like ancient Draconic it said that. And he's pretty much said that any more information would be found in the secret
Observatory?
library that's in the observatory.
Hmm.
Which is currently closed off because that is where a young blue dragon has sort of holed up and made his lair for the moment. And from there, you guys kind of walked around, had breakfast, where you chatted with the other inhabitants of the island a little more, found out about the problems they're having. Including this harpy that has been wrecking ships, and something strange going on with myconids that live in the Seagrow caves.
Yeah, they've been less friendly. And then we've also got a couple of other things. One is to look for Adron, the missing bronze dragon, who was out by the Seagrow caves.
Yes.
And the other is potentially to sneak into the Clifftop Observatory, right?
Yeah.
Sorry, I think I sneezed over something you were saying.
No, that was just that Adron, the young bronze dragon who recently showed up, has not been seen in like a day or so, and yeah, Renara was a bit worried. But you guys most recently you talked about that harpy problem as maybe the most pressing. And
it definitely looked like we were headed that way, didn't it?
Yeah, that is where you are now. Here you are in the kitchen, the dining hall of Dragon's Rest. You just had a nice meal served by Tarek. Beldora also offered to come along with you to check out this shipwreck.
She was a rogue, right? And she wanted to go into the observatory as well.
Sure
Is it treasure?
She did seem to kind of perk up when talks of lost treasures came up, yeah. And yeah, just to recap, I guess. Varnoth will kind of point out on your map where she has seen like the herpes. Oh my god, can you believe it? The harpy. The harpy perching. I was going to say harpy perching, and that's what happened.
I've seen the herpes. It was a terrible time.
What a horrible
I looked
thing.
into the abyss and it looked back. Mikayla, with the plus 5 temp HP, we got that from the statue up the top, is that right?
Yeah.
Is that just temp HP, or did it have some other benefit that I forgot?
No, you just got temp HP. Actually, whoever was up praying near the statue, which I think was like Morthos, maybe one other person, you felt like kind of protection there, and are under the effect of a bless spell also for the next hour.
I thought that was a secondary effect somewhere. I think that was Morthos, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, all of you have temp HP. That was a little reward for doing well during the shipwreck challenge. And that is where we are right now. What is actually...
I think we ended up with like literally the sentence, and we'll head out, right? Like,
and we'll head out.
Yeah. I think we were literally like about to walk off, but yeah, like we go down and then across the island. Is that how that works? I suppose we don't go up and leap off, do we? So, although I do have Featherfall.
Oh, if you have that already, then maybe
no, I
so.
didn't.
Okay, well, you go first, and we'll follow.
Featherfall. What do you say to
I definitely trust this little guy that I just met to save my life if I jump off the cliff.
Before you leave, Peverell, Varnoth will like pull you aside specifically and say, I noticed your holy symbol there. That's Kalimvor, is that right?
So wait, is this Varnoth, you said?
Yes.
It is. So good eye you have. Oh my god, that sounds so insensitive.
She's only got one eye!
No, can I not say it? Please don't me say that, that's awful.
I think it's funny if you say that. And she'll also think it's funny.
Okay, then at least, like I just did in real life, you see the utter panic and fear in Peverell's face as he says that he quickly puts his hand over his mouth.
She raises an eyebrow and then gives you like she cracks a smile. She says, "It's okay, it's okay.
So
Offense, man. Don't take it. You're good, please." Well, actually, there's you. I'm sure noticed. Actually, you guys were attacked, right? Last night when you arrived by undead.
Yes, unfortunately, some of the crew didn't make it. They sought to take us down with them.
It's definitely not natural for them to just come back suddenly like that, right?
From my experience, no.
Yeah.
I fear that perhaps some powerful necrotic magic is afoot.
I think you're right too. I was thinking it over, in fact, and I think it was after this specific shipwreck, the Compass Rose. That's when undead started appearing after every shipwreck.
Can we just... Oh, sorry, go on.
Oh, she'll just say, it's... Obviously, shipwrecks aren't common, or at least they weren't until the Harpy pulled in, but I noticed it, a few years ago, and now it seems like it's all connected.
Can we just have a reminder of what her role is on the island, Varnoth?
Varnoth is like a mason, handy woman type. She fixes things around. So you saw her this morning repairing the dragon statue that had been damaged when the blue dragon attacked.
So she doesn't have any magical or priestly knowledge. She just happens to have noticed that.
Well, I don't know if you'd know about her personal knowledge, but...
True. She's not obviously a priestess or anything, is what I'm getting at.
No, yeah, she definitely doesn't look the type to be, like, well-read on stuff, but,
cool.
You know. She's also the fisherwoman, so you think that she specifically is interested in, like, the shipwrecks and that kind of thing.
Do you know if there was anything special about this ship? The one that started it all?
I don't. As far as I'm aware, it was just bringing passengers, and it was just an unfortunate accident when they wrecked. But I went to check it out right afterwards, and everyone on there was undead. I was looking for survivors, and it was nothing but ghouls and zombies and whatever. It wasn't until another shipwreck a few years later that I noticed they appeared again. And now I think,
Was that first shipwreck, was it in the same place as we did, or another place on the island?
It was more to the north, where the rocks and dragon bones, you can't miss it when you get up there. But yeah, she will point out on the map this area, which has a lot of...
yes, where it says the wreck of the Compass Rose.
But yeah, she will tell you there's a lot of, like, large rocks and dragon bones that are, like, sticking out of the water there, and that's why the observatory is right there to, make sure people avoid that way in.
Well, we are about to head off to the observatory. It doesn't seem that far away. I'll try my best to see if we can look into if there's any remnants there of what could have possibly triggered this.
Thanks. I just thought you might know with your holy training. You might be the one to ask. We all appreciate it. And she'll give you, like, a firm pat on the shoulder and head out.
Wonderful. I purr softly as she does. It's kind of a knee-jerk reaction if someone touches Peverell. He just lets out a very small
any touch at all.
Yeah, you should hear him during sex. It's just
battle.
one constant no.
Oh no! Fantastic.
Can I take the time as we're getting ready to leave to ritual cast in Unseen Servant, please?
Absolutely.
Yeah. And basically, he is going to remain with me, carrying basically a cloak, which he will put over his back so that he becomes slightly visible.
Okay, yeah, so there's just a little guy there.
Yeah, and I'll be using him to check for traps and check the path and pretty much just be in front and try not to die at all times.
Great. Sounds straightforward enough to me.
Do you know what? An hour. There you go. That's how long he lasts. So after about 50 minutes, I'll re-ritual cast. And then he'll sort of poof back into existence, pick up the cloak the guy dropped.
Yeah.
I'm calling it a cloak. It's a blanket, but yeah, he uses it like a cloak. It's wrapped around his shoulders.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, yeah, from Dragon's Rest, you guys are on the map, right? You're seeing what I'm seeing?
Yeah. We're seeing
Yeah,
blue
so
lines.
Sassuro specifically did not want to take the boat. You could row around the island to get
We're
to
never
that
getting on a boat
area.
again, ever. The rest of the campaign. I want you to know that.
But yes, you can also just walk across, which is about a mile, and then you kind of go directly past the observatory, but then... Yeah, so maybe about 3-mile hike up to where the rocky shoals are. Is there anything else anyone wants to do at the monastery before you leave? Or are you just heading out?
Would Peverell have mentioned that there were undead at the original ship?
I think it would probably be something that he'd start talking about on the way to the observatory. I think during the journey he would then start talking about, possibly going to see the wreck to see if there's anything that would indicate that it caused every ship to then.
The wreck is also our target, right, Josh? That is where we're heading anyway, because that's.
I thought it was just the observatory.
No. We're not trying to go to the observatory at all. That might be something we do on the way back. We're trying to clear the harpy out from near the wreck of the Compass Rose. That's our current quest.
Okay.
Got to save the little tiefling boy.
Sure. Well, anyways, yeah, it is something I would talk about and let you guys know.
Oh, I don't like
So, if they were there before, have they been taken care of, or have they been out there this whole time?
You worried they might be hungry?
Whoa.
Oh no,
Coming
Darth
in.
Vader's here.
It's the ghost.
Coming in from a planet near you. It's that Bimble. Not Bimble. Morthos. Sorry.
Morthos? Hello, Matt, come in.
Get that Matt over. I don't even think he realizes he's hot micing us. I don't think he's even anywhere near.
Probably got his phone in his pocket and unmuted accidentally, if I had to guess.
Well.
Darth Vader
Just
breathing's
get a
killing
little
me.
bit of a...
Alrighty then.
Sorry, Elora, what was you saying about the wreckage?
Oh yeah.
I was asking if you think they're still there.
Well, if there's still undead there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's possible. They don't need to eat or sleep, so they could survive.
Well, there might be a horde waiting for us. That seems a bit harsh for a level 1 encounter.
Yeah, we will not be level 1 when we get there.
True. We'll be level 2. Happy.
Wow.
But no, Sassuro would sort of say, they're not. The undead on the beach were not very clever, right? So we might be able to sneak away, or if there's too many of them.
It's true that usually, unless very powerful undead, or if they are being controlled by someone powerful, usually minor undead are very unintelligent and act solely on instinct.
I have a trick
just
for
wanna make sure
creatures.
we're not- I just want to make sure we're not focusing on the harpy in the skies and something comes up behind us.
Harpies can fly?
It flew yesterday.
Did it?
Yeah, I'm afraid he was hiding during.
Yeah, Sassuro was not looking at all. I was face down on a plank. I didn't even know we'd ever
That's
seen this
very
harpy
true.
before.
Very true.
I thought we'd only
Yes.
heard it. Oh,
It has wings and yeah, it flew.
I thought they were just women.
Wow.
Wow.
Jeez.
One
No.
of the men at the tavern in Neverwinter called his wife a harpy.
Beldora
Not a good
laughs
man.
at that.
So, winged scary monster that sings and causes shipwrecks, and maybe a horde of undead? This is a great first mission for the Stormborn.
Been responsible for the undead.
That's why we're... No, the harpy's responsible for the shipwrecks. That's why we're killing it. Right? Because it loads ships in,
Seems
like our
like
ship.
it.
That's what we were told.
Sure.
I have a trick for the undead, but not for the harpy.
What's your trick?
I'll show you the little version. I can do a bigger version, but it only a couple of times a day. And with that, Sassuro will sort of wave his wand, and just a brick wall appears in front of him. But it's only 5 foot tall, so
Oh,
you guys would
wow.
have to duck.
That's fun.
But I can do a big brick wall if I have to. Creatures that aren't very intelligent tend not to try and get through it. Bastard.
What if they try to break it down?
Well, then they'll realise it's not real, but then I'll try and scare them off with something else.
Okay, well, as long as you can protect yourself.
What was that, Laura?
If nothing else, it might slow them down.
Yeah. I've used it a few times to get away from creatures that are big and scary, but not very clever.
So most creatures, then.
Are you an
Beldora says.
experienced adventurer? Do you come into contact with combat often?
Combat comes into contact with me sometimes, but I try not to get into contact with it. When I was traveling from the glacier, there were scary monsters, especially in Icewind Dale. There was a Yeti once, but I tricked him with a fake piece of warm steaming meat.
Wow.
He ran off towards that.
Did you try talking to him?
No, why would I do that? He's a Yeti!
We'll speak in perfect Yeti. It is one of my languages.
You speak Yeti? I didn't even know that was a thing!
I saw that on your sheet and I was like, interesting.
There is
This is one of
legitimately
those-
no reason for it.
this is
was
one of those
something that she
Elora
learned for fun.
A,
I think
that
that's
looks really
fun.
cool, and B, I won't have to use that too often.
Wait.
funny.
Elora, what does it sound like?
Nope.
Nope. Yeah, the Yeti I heard sounded like that too. I just walked around going, nope.
No.
But yeah, Sassuro will basically say the wall trick works for a lot of creatures, but I've not really fought back against many creatures till I was with a dwarf caravan. They fought back, and that's why I wanted to get big adventure friends.
Oh, that's quite alright. The light of Kalimvar will protect you from the undead.
Isn't he the god of death?
He is.
Does he not like the undead?
No. They are a disease that has infected this land.
Oh.
They need to be something out. What is it? Rooted out? Something
Sure.
like that.
Sure. That works.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense, I suppose. I thought death gods would be like people who raised the dead, but no, that makes sense.
No, his teachings show that we should respect the circle of life. It is to be treasured, and all things come and all things go. Anything that perverts this is an evil.
And some
Okay.
gods of death exist to guide those from life to death.
Yes.
Cuddleback is god of death, but he revels in it and likes watching people die. He's not a good god.
No, unfortunately, there are many that are not.
What was that name?
Cuddleback, he is the kobold, the
Hmm.
creator of the kobolds.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
Right,
He's-
right.
The first time you said that, I thought you said cuddle
He's a
that.
chaotic evil god. He's a chaotic evil god that revels in death, pain, slaughter, and torture.
Huh.
How about
Wow.
Derek?
Amongst other things, yeah. Kobolds are pretty uncool. By the way, Sassuro does not worship Cuddleback. He worships.
Just to be clear.
He worships Koreska, who's the dragon goddess of magic.
Lovely.
But he won't tell you that. I'll tell you that, but he won't.
Nope. You gotta find that out.
I'm gonna turn to
The
Nikari.
friendship points.
How did you learn to speak the language of Yeti?
I was bored. And
Wow.
my siblings and I, we were just sort of, sometimes you just needed to spend time doing stuff, so we thought it'd be funny. We never met any Gettys, but it was fun.
You have
Well, I'll
siblings?
be glad to have you with us if we ever do.
I have many siblings.
Me too. Well, not that many, but some.
I'm
Brothers and
quite a
sisters
litter
the
as
best.
well.
Really?
Wow.
What about you, Morthos? which
That's the same
is
thing.
doubly harsh because I've server muted him.
I'm trying to think. I'm an only child. Morthos' voice.
Yeah, I think he is. But yeah.
I think you just developed a
Alright.
cold.
So the path to the observatory is well traveled. It's like not a difficult, journey. It seems like people back in the day traveled between Dragon's Rest and the observatory pretty often. So it's just kind of a nice walk along the island. It's a beautiful day out, nice temperature. You've got kind of a rocky path, but there's trees and foliage as well. And I should give you guys a party token, but I guess you don't super need it for this. But yeah, as you get closer to the observatory, you start to see these strange, twisted, like protrusions of like this glassy crystal material, like coming up from the earth, along with like what look like maybe some scorch marks. You see like the plants, the vegetation in this area have these reddish, like branching scars that are in similar kind of jagged shape. And as you get closer to the observatory, you suddenly hear a screeching roar and notice a winged, glittering blue shape swooping overhead.
Is there
Person
any
over
cover
there.
or any hope?
If you turn around, the unseen servant is crouched on the floor with a blanket over his head, trying to blend in. And there is no sign of Sassuro, but there is an extra rock in the road. That is,
Oh, that's
that is
awesome.
about 4 foot tall and about 2.5 foot wide. And the rock will just go, shh.
Yeah, there is like trees. It's like a decent amount of trees. There's like some rocky kind of cliff walls nearby. There's definitely hiding places. You see Beldora ducks behind a tree,
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same.
Yep, me too.
and after waiting like a moment, you see the shape just kind of pass by without noticing you. You see it actually go on, rest on like a rocky spire kind of off the coast. You can see in the distance the coastline, and you see this shape land there.
It's not a dragon.
Is it like...
It's a good distance away.
So we could probably like move in the
Alright,
shadows.
I will put you in the token. There you go. So yeah, you guys are about here. No. Like here. And yeah, you see this guy. land right over here.
I don't want to be breakfast.
I agree.
Mikayla, do we know that blue dragons are generally evil creatures? Are they just
Yes.
wanton and right? Okay, we know they're just like evil. They're not just like random or like selfish. They genuinely exist to kill people and eat them.
You would know generally that, yeah, a chromatic dragon is more than likely just interested in death and destruction. Yeah.
There is one thing going for us. It's a very big dragon, and we're very small.
Oh, actually, everyone who's here can give me perception checks right quick.
Yeah.
21.
Eyes are
Nice.
closed. Can't see
That
anything.
seems fair. That seems very fair for Sassuro.
Not one.
Yeah.
16.
Okay, yeah. Nikari and Peverell, you guys in the like broad daylight actually getting a pretty good look at the dragon for the first time. Not a great look, but you got a sense of its size, and it looked pretty small.
Oh.
Like not much bigger than a bear, maybe.
Oh.
Ooh, this is our indication we can fight it.
Well, no, we will not win against a wormling. But that does indicate
Yeah.
it is a lot less scary, I think, to Sassuro than perhaps mentioned. That's small. Because Sassuro was thinking like it blocked out the sun, you know. Like, so.
No, not that big. It was just like seeing a large bird in the distance. Yeah, it's clearly not a full-grown dragon.
It isn't that big, but I still think we should probably try to avoid it.
We sneak past it? You guys good at
We
sneaking?
can try.
Just to clarify, we don't have any heavy armor wearers, or you're not in heavy, Josh, are you?
I'm in medium, so
And
I
you
do have disadvantage.
You do have disadvantage, okay.
I do.
I could blow a spell slot to shelter us for quite a long time. But like 10 minutes. But I'd really rather not with only 2 spell slots.
I think we should fight it personally.
Yeah, well, we know our comparative power compared to a small dragon. Like, obviously the island have been having problems with this. Well, both 2 questions actually.
Yeah.
I will. The first is, do we know our comparative power? And the second is, did we get any impression of Elder Runara's impression on blue dragons? Like, does she see it as an evil, or does she see it as like a shame that it's here? You know what I mean? Like, if we killed the dragon on this island, are we in big trouble?
Give me a nature check for the dragon.
Okay.
And an insight check on Runara.
Nature is a 19.
Nice.
Cool.
Oh, and I rolled a 16 for it's 17 for the insight. Nice.
Fantastic. Yeah, I think Sassuro would know about dragons, their strength. It would not probably not. Well, it would be certainly a challenge for you right now.
Tough fight. Big tough fight. Got it.
Yeah. But it's definitely not necessarily going to instantly vaporize you like an adult dragon might, but you know that at least a wormling has a breath weapon already for sure. Like, you know that much. And as for Runara, she seemed like she didn't like the idea of more dragons fighting and dying here. You remember her saying that when she last spoke to Lord Adron, that they had a big fight because he wanted to go fight the blue dragon, and well, she didn't want him to risk himself like that recklessly. And so you think that she probably wouldn't want you guys to risk yourselves either, having just gotten here, but yeah, she's definitely like a pacifist sort. That's like her whole jam.
Do we get the impression she'd be angry if a dragon died on this island, or just a bit disappointed and sad?
Yeah, like maybe sad that just, that this cycle keeps happening of chromatic and metallic dragons fighting each other and dying. And yeah, just like the history of this island, her master, the dragon who founded this place, Astalagan, was like, he sort of became a pacifist as he got older. And so he wanted dragons to stop fighting each other, was basically his big goal in life. So yeah, that's kind of her beliefs. She understands, that you have to defend yourself and whatnot. But yeah, she would, if she had her way, they wouldn't fight.
Cool. So we will try and avoid it unless we fail.
All right, yeah. Why don't you guys give me stealth check?
Okay. Can I try and get Bandit to help Peverell? I'll say to Peverell, if we're sneaking, maybe stay in Bandit's footsteps. Like, he'll lead you. And I will gesture the weasel down to the ground to lead you down the quietest of paths, maybe to even out your disadvantage, to give you a straight roll.
Sure.
I mean, I still, like, should I roll again or just take the first one that rolled?
I don't see a roll.
Because I already rolled with disadvantage.
And they were both not good.
Whichever one was first. The 5 was
To be
first?
fair, I
Is
don't
that
think it
right?
matters whether it's a 5 or an 8, does it? Sassuro got a
really
19.
By the way, James,
great.
is this a cookie in the middle of my brownie?
Well, when I got you the
Oh.
brownie, it was warm, and there was warm cookie dough in the brownie.
Well, I went to know
It has
that.
since solidified.
And become a cookie.
I think the brownie was really good when I had it, though. Was it nice?
Sometimes
Very
things
good.
change their form.
Yeah, like Peverell, who went from being a cat to a clunking set of rolling
Clank,
armor.
clank, clank.
I always think it's weird when Tabaxis fail stealth checks. It just feels so wrong.
Oh.
It's fucking city cats.
Yeah, exactly. He's a city slicker. He's not used to this rocky terrain, not used to hikes.
I understand we're not rolling for him, but do we know whether Morthos is a sneaky type? Also, has Matt said he's back yet? Should I unmute him and see what
No,
he's still...
I mean, we could roll for him.
He's still hooking at
He's
us?
not back.
Matt, are you here? You hear us?
What?
Ah, yeah. You and unmute me. We have done that.
unmute.
We have done that.
You're off punishment.
What? And now he's making the same noises.
Hello.
There we go. He's muted
Okay,
himself.
he's muted
Okay.
himself.
Do
Look
we
at
know if
that.
Morthos is a stealthy guy?
We can check.
He's got
He's
a
not-
+2.
He's not specifically stealthy, but like he can be stealth if he needs to.
He's
be.
got a positive dex
No.
score and he's not wearing plate mail. Okay, that's good.
Sure. We'll take what did you say? You got 19 for Sassuro, was that right?
Sassuro got a 19, yeah. It's
Okay.
one of his major proficiencies.
Yeah. So you and Nikari, you guys are maybe more used to walking on this uneven terrain. You're able to help Peverell out when he stumbles a little bit. And the waves crashing nearby, it's not like you're causing a huge commotion that would make someone look down. So as you kind of go along the coast here, you can get a good look at a good look at the base of the observatory, like let's see, I'm trying to see if this map
Josh
is
is
even worth showing
getting
you.
put on blast in the Roll20 chat.
Only, I mean, I may be in a minority, but I actually think guidance shouldn't be used if it makes sense. I don't think that it makes sense for him to, like...
Request
like-
aid from his god in stealthing past a dragon?
Yeah, because, like, that seems like such a flippant use of...
It's a cantrip!
Of it, I guess.
But there's me as a cleric walking on going, guide me, help me, guide me, help me, guide me, help me. I need a +4 on my initiative. Like, guide me, help me. Just constantly casting it.
Like, but that's only when
Like
using
an
it on
anxious
myself.
tick.
When using it on other people, a lot more liberal.
Okay.
I'll be a lot more liberal, but when trying to use it on myself, definitely a lot
I
less.
just didn't want you to forget it entirely.
Oh, no.
And yeah, Beldora is also stealthy, so you guys are able to go by quietly. Yeah, so you can see, like, from the very bottom, looking up, you can see that this lighthouse observatory is still, like, a pretty beautiful building. You can see that it's multiple buildings on these, like, separate spires in the water that are, like, you see, like, one or two of them are connected with these wooden bridges, but you don't actually see a way to get to the building from the mainland, from the island. Like, it seems like there's a bridge missing or something.
Does it look like there would be a way if we were on a boat?
It looks like it should connect on, like... Wait, hang on. No, sorry. Yeah, so you guys are up on the cliff, so it looks like... Yeah, it looks like you should be able to get there from, like, where you're at on the land, but it doesn't actually connect.
Like maybe a bridge was taken out.
Yeah, that's exactly what it looks like.
Okay.
And yeah, as long as you don't go out on the ledge closer to the observatory, you are able to get past and continue up to where you were told those rocky shoals are.
As we're doing that, does Beldora, like, does she stick with the plan, or does she attempt to, like, get a look or anything? Because this is where she wants to go, right? The observatory is her main...
She doesn't seem... No, she seemed just kind of generally interested in treasure, and that is why
Right,
she
okay.
was interested in going to the shipwrecks with you.
Cool, okay. I thought she had a specific
So
reason
she
to go to the
definitely takes a
observatory.
peek, like, looks up at the observatory. It's like, wonder what's up there. But yeah, she will stay on course.
Cool.
And... Oh yeah, go ahead.
Should we perhaps use the observatory?
What?
Let's see.
It's the middle of the daytime.
Sure, but we might be able to get a better look up there at
Isn't there
the
also
wreckage.
a dragon sort of sitting on it?
There is a dragon sitting on it, but also, Josh, observatories tend to be used to look at the stars. That's
Yeah,
like
with a
misunderstanding,
telescope.
right?
So just
You
point the
use-
telescope down towards the wreckage.
It's only a mile away.
Big time focus issues.
Just-
It's the same crazy.
Yes.
Just point it elsewhere.
No, if you point a telescope at something that's, what is this, a mile and a half away or something,
Yeah,
you get like
it's
a
pretty
single letter of the wood or on the wood of the ship.
It would be incredibly zoomed in, yeah.
It would be like using binoculars to look at your dinner.
I don't know
If
how
you can get
advanced
in
the
there.
telescopes are. They could have different slides to put on the front of it.
I mean, that is certainly
Not
a possibility.
Yes,
You can-
however, we did purposely avoid the observatory because of the dragon, Josh.
Fine, but if we walk into an army, I'm not going to be the person to say I told you so.
You'll wish you fought a dragon! That's Peverell's new line.
Uh, yeah, you come to what looks like the end of an army. Frankly, as you get closer, you can see this long spur of sharp rocks and dragon bones jutting up from the waves.
Dragon bones.
Dragon bones. You
Mm-hmm.
see...
Sick. Oh, sorry, let me
You
do that.
see... Yeah, you see ruins of quite a few ships scattered amongst these jagged rocks. And you see some enormous, what are definitely dragon bones, sticking out of the water. As
Definitely
you
not
get
wormling
closer,
bones.
no, these are full-size dragon bones for sure. Yeah, you see, there is like as you get closer, a faint odor of like rot on the sea air, along with the sounds of seagulls and the ocean. You get like just a whiff of some foul smell. And you see the specific ship that you were sort of directed to. Varnoth would have told you this ship was not fully submerged, so you can actually see like the top half of it. It looks pretty derelict, like it has been here for some years, but it is lodged against a ridge of some rocks. You see it's got a tangled mess of tattered sails and rigging kind of hanging off the side. That is like, it looks like you could actually climb aboard that way.
Okay.
And at the stern, is at the front, I think,
I think so.
you can see a
There's the
gaping
back.
hole. Oh,
God damn
okay.
it.
Now
No,
then
don't
at the
teach us
back,
nothing!
you can see there's a gaping hole in the hull beneath
Oh,
the
no.
waterline. Yeah, so you can see where this thing clearly like hit the rocks. There's like a huge hole in the bottom of the ship.
As we
Sorry.
kind of...
Can we roll back a tiny bit? Like,
Yeah.
Are we just before Peverell, before you go? How close are we? Are we like up on the cliff looking down at this, or are we like right down on the beach already?
Wherever you guys want to be.
When
You
we were
see the-
10 minutes back up the top, I probably would have started
Mhm.
ritual casting detect magic and sent the unseen servant first.
Oh, okay, cool.
Sorry, Peverell.
When we get down on the beach...
I knew you were going to start with that, so...
I'm going to keep an eye out for any bodies. I know that I can't use Bless the Dead on undead, but I'm hoping that if there just so happens to be any that are around that aren't undead, I'd like to
Mm-hmm.
use that cantrip. So yeah, I'll just keep an eye out for any bodies.
Yeah, and speaking of Peverell's magic, what does it feel like when Peverell uses his spells? Like when he's directly connected to his god?
Yeah, it kind of like, like if you have a partner and they go away for a couple of days to like go see family or whatever, and you miss them and you feel like you're missing a part of yourself, and then they come back
Yeah.
and you feel whole. When he's casting his magic, he feels whole.
Wow.
He feels like he's connected to something greater and something beyond himself.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Nice. So yeah, that feeling, that wholeness, that feeling of like greatness, great purpose, you really feel it as you approach this. It feels kind of like, instead of you like reaching out to Kellenvor to cast a spell, it feels like right now he's like reaching out to you. Like there's something to be done here.
Nice.
So
So-
yeah, the unseen servant. Oh, go ahead, Elora.
I was just gonna ask, the ship that's half submerged, is it like accessible from land, or would we have to swim to it to climb onto it?
No, just going along the rocks, you can go up this like broken mast that kind of you can avoid the water, and that broken mast will take you right up to like the main deck.
Okay.
But it does look like there's a swimming accessible entrance if anyone wants to go diving.
You were mentioning the unseen servant.
Oh yes, unseen servant. You're having them go onto the boat first.
Yeah,
is that
lead the
right?
way. So I'll turn to people. Do we want to go straight onto the boat, or do we want to look around the other bits of island and rock for this winged harpy?
I don't much fancy running into the harpy while we're trying to balance our way across that mast. But I feel like this is its home. it's gonna find us before we find it.
Want to try, like, climb a rock or something and have a look? A vantage point?
Hmm.
Sure.
Do you want to climb, or shall I get Bandit to climb?
That is probably a better idea.
Okay.
I can climb trees, not so much rocks.
Yeah, so I will... hello, Matt. Welcome in.
Hello.
I will get Bandit to find a big rock that doesn't involve any climbing over water, because Bandit doesn't believe in water. And then climb to the highest point he can. He does have a natural climbing speed, I think.
Oh, how
I
cute.
just made that up. Pretty sure
I
weasels
feel
have a
like
climbing
he
speed.
might.
He's a
Yeah, they
hunter,
do.
right?
No, he's not a fucking otter, otherwise he'd like the water.
He'd have a swim speed.
Exactly. He's a weasel. He goes pop. And he looks like this. I mean, he doesn't look like that, but that's what weasels look like.
I'm sorry, but
I know that they are the same family. But
It's like an otter.
okay, think in your brain he's a land otter, okay, not a water otter. But anyway, he has a climbing speed. Yes.
Water
So
otter.
he will go. All otters are water
You know.
otters, you know, as opposed to weasels, the land otters.
The otters of the land, they call them.
Yeah. Oh dear. All I can think of is the. Was it the breast, the eye of the face, or something? I can't think of the eye of the body. I can't think of
The nipples
What?
of the eyes of
the nipple. Yes, the nipples of the eyes, the breast. That's the one.
Oh God.
Anyway,
Okay.
he'll climb up and have a look
So-
around.
Bandit's looking around first.
Yes, from the top of a rock.
Okay. Oh, I see, from the top of a rock. Okay, cool. Let's see. Well, you can first of all see that this ship is pretty decrepit. The wood is very soggy and like aged, you know. It's sickly black and green with algae and barnacles all over it. You can see that the top level, the deck, has just like a lot of garbage. That doesn't sound like the right word. Debris
Yeah.
strewn about, not garbage. But yeah, you can see like,
And I am looking through his eyes, by the way. Just to make that clear.
okay, yeah, cool. So yeah, you can see that the ship has like stairs leading down to like a trapdoor leading down below deck, but you see there's all this why can't I think of words right now? Debris and wreckage, but you also see like bones, boots, and like bits of like flesh and gore that seem quite a bit more recent than like the rest of the ship.
Yep.
And you can see, looking up at the crow's nest that is still upright, it is just overflowing with debris.
Of that. But no signs of a harpy, which is what I've sent him up there to look for.
Nope.
Okay, cool. I can't see any winged creatures through Bandit's eyes.
What did you
I realize now that I should have asked this when you offered to have him climb up. But did you just say you looked through his eyes?
I can't see out of my eyes when I do it, but yeah, if I focus, Bandit and I have a connection like that. He's a familiar.
It's fascinating.
Yes, he's an incredible creature.
What did Bandit see?
Lots of debris and wreckage. The tall bit on the top of the boat has things overflowing from the top of it, but wreckage and stuff. There's also some bodies that don't look like they were part of the wreckage. They were killed more recently. I hope that's not going to be us soon.
As you see that, you see Peverell's eyes go a smoky grey as I use my Eyes of the Grave. As an action, you know the
Whoa.
location of any undead within 60 feet of you that isn't behind total cover and that isn't protected from divination magic. It's very brief, it's just till the end of my next turn, so it's just like in this scenario, like a flash, but yeah.
Within 60 feet?
Yes.
Where are you at? You're not on the ship yet, right? You're like on this rock near Bandit?
Yeah, we're probably just still on the beach. I just want to make
Could
sure
you
that we're not
move
going to
like
get...
as close as possible to the ship? Like not onto it, but like
Yeah, I
on
mean, I think
the
I'm
beach.
probably, like, here.
Sure. Yeah, I feel like that's kind of a crazy ability that you can sense undead not behind total cover. So I'll just say we'll ignore that and say you can definitely sense undead.
Ah,
It's like the
Within the
divine
ship.
sense thing, right? Like,
Yeah.
with 60 feet, without being behind cover, it's like, you can use your eyes. That's good.
Yeah, if they're over there, you can see them.
I'm always throwing that out with divine. I think like
thank you,
lead or
Mikayla.
something, right? But yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah,
so you sense them.
you sense undead.
Is there a specific direction I sense them, or just all around?
On the boat?
Within the ship.
Within the ship. Okay, so I'll then, as my eyes then go back to normal, it seems that there aren't any around us on the beach area. It seems they're all located inside the ship.
What are located on the ship?
Undead.
Oh. I'll call Bandit back immediately.
He scurries on back.
No, we're going to do a little trick. He's going to leap, and the
Oh.
unseen servant will catch him in the blanket.
Aww.
They do
Scoop
that a
him
lot.
up.
Yeah. You wanted to get rid of the undead, right? Is there a way to make them come to us?
Mikayla, earlier this session, I made the statement that that minor undead kind of just like act on instinct. Am I correct in saying that? And B, is that kind of like, you know, like the creatures from I Am Legend where like they hear a noise and they go like running after it?
Yeah. No, you are correct in that minor undead, like your zombies, are not going to be that smart. And yeah, you think if you just made noise, they might come investigating. They are kind of, dumb creatures driven only for food, basically.
I could possibly help.
Perfect. Yeah, I'll relay that information to everyone so we can lure them out.
I can cast thaumaturgy and
Oh, okay.
force them out.
Oh.
Is there something undead like to eat? Or like to chase or something?
Anything
You're not gonna like the answer, Sassuro.
Is it us?
Yes.
Well, yeah, but I meant like a specific, I don't know, maybe like a... I could do like the noise of a child or something?
I don't believe they
That's
can
dark.
distinguish between ages of people.
Or like
I
sort
think
of,
the more
like a sort
pressing
of,
thing is...
help! Sort of noise.
Again, I don't believe they can understand language.
Oh, okay.
I don't think they like scales. Don't worry.
When you said that,
Harder
man,
to
it took me a
get into.
real while to think about what you meant, because all I could think of was musical scales. I was thinking
you
about
do not
those second
appreciate
thing, and I was
art.
like, as long as I don't play them a scale, they'll come towards us.
Terrified of pianos.
No, yeah, they want something more fleshy, probably.
Alright, then
That's a
a
good
piano.
instinct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll cast thaumaturgy
Cool.
and make a tremor on the. I'll cast it on the boat.
Whoa, hold on,
If
let's
it's
get
gonna
in position.
do that,
Before I do it,
Yeah,
I
I-
look over and say yes.
I'm gonna try my hand at climbing one of these rocks just a bit,
Mm-hmm.
just to get a bit of a vantage.
Okay.
I guess I'll put myself down here. Or are we doing this here?
Oh, look
Get
at
your-
you guys look so
get your
cute
bow
on the
ready.
rocks.
God.
I'm
Josh.
also going to climb this rock because as a Tabaxi, I actually do have climbing speed.
You sure do. You got kitty cat
Okay.
claws.
I
Yes.
am a rock, and I can see through it. So yeah, I'll extend the rock, the bunch of rocks that I'm next to, like by another rock, and then I'll be in that rock. I am gonna have the unseen servant, however, I don't have a thing. So I'll just put, I don't know. I'll just put a second bandit, I guess. So I'm gonna have the unseen servant like stand helplessly on the edge of the shore, wearing the cloak. I can have the cloak, like, the blanket like flapping.
And look like someone helpless.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Is it time?
What are you looking for? Are you looking for something specific, Nikari? Or are you just watching to see what happens when they
I'm just getting ready for if they come out to start
Okay.
picking them off.
copy? Yeah, so what is your thaumaturgy, Morthos?
I will cast it. I will cast it right on the boat, and it is exactly. You cause harmless tremors in the ground for 1 minute.
Harmless tremors in the ground. Mm-hmm.
So I'm doing it on the boat.
All right. You can see the boat harmlessly tremoring. Nothing much happens beyond that.
Oh shit!
I thought you said it was gonna make noise.
Undead just got
yeah.
a massage. Is what happened.
Yeah, I'll use my minor illusion to make the sound of the screaming of the shriek come from the flapping blanket unseen servant and go, help me! From there.
I can thaumaturgy a voice, a loud booming voice.
Okay, sure.
I'm gonna whisper, help him, but it's a boom.
So you're gonna whisper a boom.
I'm gonna whisper, but it comes out as a booming voice.
Perfect. So as you guys start, shouting, making a ruckus, Nikari, you can see that one of the doors, leading into one of the rooms on the main deck, you can see something is like banging against it, trying to get through. It looks like something is within one of those doorways, but can't seem to get out.
I think we managed to wake the dead, but I also think they're stuck.
Should we just go in?
No! We have the advantage. We should get them to come to us. Can you do something that looks slightly like force damage and blast to space?
Yes, I can cast Eldritch
Warlock!
Blast. Let me show you what I can do.
Yeah, can we let them out through a hole and can we blast a hole? Mikayla's currently sitting there going, I've only got a fucking battle map on a boat. What are you blasting holes for?
Yeah, I mean, I'll show you.
Totally go on the boat if you prefer.
You're gonna just see a zombie on it and no one else.
Yeah, we can totally go on the boat if we need to.
Let me see.
Not a big deal.
Okay, yeah. No, I'm gonna move you.
Hey,
to the boat.
this is the full range campaign. I hope you're ready.
Yeah. Let's see.
We'd like to stand.
Lighting worked. You guys aren't actually there, but I put you there.
Your dynamic lighting, I don't think is turned on. Mikayla.
Okay.
So if you go to settings on it, turn it on.
This is really cool art.
What do you see?
Mm-hmm.
Everything.
Yeah.
The ship.
Sorry about it.
It's a nice ship.
It is a nice
At the
ship.
top
I
deck.
see some seagulls.
We can see this from the rock. It's okay.
You see a whole ship?
Yep.
Just the top deck.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
just
if
the top,
you click
the
on
top
the
deck.
if you click on the light down the bottom left on the light, like layout, do you see all the lines?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you then go to the setting, the top deck.
Oh, okay, perfect. Yeah, that's what you should see. Do you see your tokens?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
When you said dynamic lighting, I expected some vision to be restricted.
Oh yeah, no, you're not there yet.
Okay, cool. Oh, cool. You're doing
So then you
foreground
see-
things.
There he is. Do you see this guy now?
Yeah.
Yep.
As you blast that door, a zombie comes stumbling out.
Sick.
That door it looked like it was barred on the inside, and the stupid zombie couldn't figure it out. But your Eldritch Blast breaks it, and the zombie tumbles out on top of the door that collapses out.
Can I shoot him?
Yeah, you can have
Fire!
I don't think we even need to roll any kind of things because you guys have, range, and he's on a boat.
I'm a rock.
I mean, I did get a 9 to hit, so I might have missed.
That's
I'm not even sure.
Yeah, you know what? Their armor class is 8.
Yeah.
So,
Exactly.
so yeah, it is not any. It is not
7?
no issue. Oh wow, it's good damage. Yeah, you see Beldora pulls out her little hand crossbow. You guys just taking shots from range, and you fill this guy full of holes. And the zombie collapses in a pile.
Once we kill it, Sassuro says, should we get on the boat now?
Do you think there's more?
Well, we should check it.
I'll use my Eyes of the Grave again and see.
I mostly just meant so that we are where our characters' tokens are. For convenience sake.
The boat is like, yeah. Well, yeah. If you use your Eyes of the Grave again, you can sense more undead below, directly below in the boat.
It might be barred beneath.
We can trick them. Like, we can send in... we can send in my little friend, and I'll point to the Unseen Servant, and have them sort of jump on that, and then we can blast them from the door. Or something.
Regardless, I think we have to get to the ship.
We can walk along the mast, right? Is anybody
Yeah.
likely to struggle with that? It's probably Morthos is the most likely to struggle, right?
Don't think so.
No. Why?
Because the rest of us are either super dexterous or have a climbing speed.
I'm pretty dexterous.
Cool. If you want, Bandit will show you where best to place your foot. Where best to place your foot. I give you the help action if we need to make a check to climb onto the ship.
Well, don't worry about it.
Great.
No need.
Also, I put a token for the Unseen Servant in the
cute.
Discord channel.
Wow.
He's probably not going to dress like that very often because he's unseen and he's currently just wearing a blanket, but it's at least something to be moved
really
about.
Like that.
To be fair, it's Google's first response second response when you say, I put token for Unseen Servant, and the first response was a token with nothing on it. And I was like, I see what you did there, but not very helpful.
Yeah, that's someone thinks they're being smart, being clever. Okay.
Cool.
So yeah, as you guys get onto this rickety old ship, you can get a better look at like the layout. You're on like the upper level of the main deck, so you see that there are stairs leading down to like the main deck. I don't know. And yeah, you can see that there's doors to what look like 4 rooms on this main deck. Mm-hmm. On the other side, the stairs go up to where you see the wheel. And at the center here, this little circle is the mast where the crow's nest is. There is a rope ladder that goes up to that. Oh, and on this this area where you guys came out to, you see that there is a rusted and rotting old ballista. What did I do with the Unseen Servant?
James?
Sorry?
Mikayla said, what are you doing with the Unseen Servant?
Oh, sorry, I thought she said, what did I do with as in, what did she do with it?
Oh, yeah, no, I just mean, is it doing anything? I'm about to put him on the map right now.
Yeah, so I'm just going to send him ahead. Wherever we decide to go, I'm just going to make him lead the way, and then when we blast open a door, I'll have him run in.
Okay. Perfect.
Yeah, so just anywhere's good.
Uh-huh.
Sorry, I was editing the notes, and then I was like, is it me? Is it you? Is it somebody? Josh, how did you detect the undead?
I have an ability because of my Grave Clericness called Eyes of the Grave. As an action, you know the location of any undead within 60 feet of you, uncover, blah, blah. But it's also that isn't predicted from divination magic until the end of your next turn. You can use this feature currently 4 times per long rest.
Okay. This map is a little strange. As you
yeah, I had to hold Alt and move myself inside a square.
Don't worry about the squares.
Squares are impossible. Like, don't worry about squares. Jamal has a knack for it, but I don't know how he does it. He always manages to make it line up for me. You just need to hire yourself a Jamal, Mikayla. Let's get on that.
All right, I'll see if he's free. So as you come down to this main deck, you can actually see in some windows into these rooms. So it's like Yeah, for some reason it's a separate map. There you go.
Hey.
Oh, are we on a 3-tiered? We can see one boat, but we're on a 3-tiered boat map.
It's all the same boat.
These are really cool
Yeah.
maps. I was going to use one of these for that campaign I blew up.
Well, yeah, now
Let's
you
not
can
talk about
see
that.
kind of. Shoot, there we go. So yeah, you can see into these rooms now. There's a lot of debris. You see this door that the zombie collapsed in through, and you see there's like a closed trap door here.
Eldora,
Looks like a
get over
treasure
here.
chest.
When I use the Eyes of the Grave before, did I sense any undead like in the room that zombie came out of?
That was like the one that you kind of sensed above
Mhm.
the water level, for instance. So now you're sensing like only from below.
Hello, perfect. Then I would like to head on over to said zombie, now that it's dead, and I will crouch down, and I'll just kind of. Obviously, I can't use Bless the Dead anymore because it was undead, so I don't think. Because it says the spell has no effect on living creatures or the undead, but now it's dead. So I'm not quite sure how you want to roll
It's a
that.
dead undead.
Yeah.
What does it do exactly? Can you?
So yeah, I
show me that
can.
spell?
Pick it.
Oh, perfect. Oh, cross over to the realm of the dead in peace. Yeah, why not?
Okay, cool.
You can like free its body from this.
Does that prevent it from rising again?
Yeah,
That
I
is
love
cool.
that.
It does, yeah. Perfect. That's actually great because that means that I can do this. Well, like as we keep fighting undead, I don't have to ditch them. Perfect. Then I will crouch down and I'll place my staff on the ground, and I'll just kind of like hover one hand above the zombie's head, and this kind of like grey smoky magic kind of comes out of my hand and kind of very slowly pours into the zombie's body, and I'll just close my eyes and I'll ask Kalimvor to show this person into the afterlife, that they got led astray, but they're ready to go now.
I'll look up to Morthos and say, "What do you think he's doing?"
He's a priest. He's making sure he moves on. Before he was a zombie, whether he was a human or what he was.
Oh, he's praying for the human before it became a zombie. Okay.
Yes, hoping he can move on peacefully.
Just because, obviously, Peverell said very clearly that Kalimvor doesn't like the undead, and you're now praying for an undead in Sassuro's eyes. I understand. I understand what you were doing, but from Sassuro's point of view, he's like, "I thought you hated these dudes." And when Morthos says that, he's like, "Oh, okay, that makes sense." I'd like to have the unseen servant go and stand over the trapped door. The trapped door. I wonder. This is very above table because I know that you've got it. But is there any chance, Matt, that you could open the hatch from a distance with thaumaturgy, or does it only close things? I can't remember.
Oh, let me see. Right?
I thought, no, you must open things. Josh has opened every
Wait.
door in the entirety of Tuesday.
Yeah.
with
Yes,
thaumaturgy.
you instantly cause an unlocked door or window to fly open or slam shut.
Yeah, unlocked.
Yes.
Yeah.
As Josh has let us know a million times.
Yeah. Sorry, my bad.
Before we go down or in anywhere, I am examining the rope ladder up to the crow's nest, because it makes no sense for there to be debris in the crow's nest unless something put it there. So
Ooh,
I would very
intuitive.
much like to climb up
Oh,
to the crow's
sure.
nest.
Do you think that's a harpy's nest?
I think it might be.
Oh, you shouldn't go alone then.
I'll keep my eyes in the sky,
Want a
looking
weasel?
around as she climbs up.
Sure.
Okay.
Hello, Bandit.
Yeah, and Bandit will sort of scurry up to you and then twitch a little bit and then jump from the floor to your shoulder.
Oh wow. He's got leaps.
He does.
Yeah.
I suppose you can help me climb.
Bandit can show you which bits to grip onto, but honestly, it looks like it's a ladder. That's more designed for people than for
It does seem.
weasels.
Yeah, it seems decently secure, despite the condition of this ship. The ladder seems. It's not like. I don't want to say sturdy, but it's not swaying wildly. So yeah, it's a good 50-foot climb, and as
I
you
can do
get as you get up to the top, you can see that the crow's nest is indeed just full of all kinds of stuff. It does very much look like a more literal nest now. You see, it's got like wood shavings, dry grass, like shredded material from like the ship's sails, and you also see there are bits of bone, hair, and even a few like shiny trinkets in the nest. So yes, it does seem like something has been bringing stuff up here.
I will definitely pull up my satchel and just drop in any little trinkets that I see, and I might dig a little bit just to see if there's anything underneath the shavings or whatever.
I'll have Bandit leave from your shoulder and sort of go rubbish diving, because he's great for that. And he'll sort of slink all in about. He likes anything shiny and anything edible, especially fish. And he will present shiny things to Nikari and eat anything fish-like. Yeah.
I love that. Give me an investigation check.
Maybe if you roll in at 20, you'll find a shiny fish.
For Nikari and Bandit.
Is Bandit helping, or are we both doing it?
Bandit's doing his own investigating.
It's every weasel for themselves.
It's every weasel for themselves. Yeah, he's got a -4.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Wow.
Wow.
Well, it's because he's a low-int character, right?
Is it perception better?
Yeah, massively. I rolled an 18 on the dice, so it doesn't round it too much. But yeah, it'll be a 21 perception or a 14 investigation.
Sure. What did Nikari get?
16 investigation, 19 perception, though.
Wow. Okay.
Both of us are talking about diving through the rubbish, but what we're really doing is going...
Yeah, you and Bandit both find a couple small treasures. Nikari, you find a small gold bracelet that looks like it's worth some money, a couple gems, and Bandit finds similarly a single gold hoop earring and a 1 bloodstone gem. I'll just copy and paste all the gems and
I
treasures
will
you guys find.
have Bandit hand those to you immediately. The only thing he was really interested in is fish. He just likes finding bright shiny things.
You definitely find some like flesh.
Oh yeah, he probably takes a little. Oh, if it's carrion, if it's dead, he just takes a little munch.
Yeah, it's just dead flesh. I don't know that he can identify it as human or not.
I put those in the group note.
Yeah, that's what you find up there.
Cool.
I'm gonna, before I start to climb down this thing, I'm gonna just take a scan around the skies to make sure that I don't see anything.
Using your same perception check, the skies are clear, just the seagulls flying around.
Oh, I will come on down.
Sorry, did we establish that trapdoor was locked? Did someone say that?
We don't know.
I don't know that you guys have messed with it yet.
And then, totally above table, am I the lockpick guy? Or are you the lockpick guy, Nikari?
I'm dexterous.
Me too. I've got proficiency in sleight of hand as well.
Does anyone have tools?
I don't, but I did talk to you about this, Mikayla, and we said we'll find out what Nikari will do, and then we never went any further than that.
Well, yeah, that's true. Beldora pipes up. You need a lockpick.
Yeah, but
You
can
see
I
she's
watch
fiddling
you?
with this door over here.
Can I watch you? I'd really like to have one of us learn this. Is it something that Elora, you see Nikari wanting to learn and pursue? Because if not, Sassuro will totally do it. I'm fine.
I mean, kind of eventually, probably not as much, but she'll observe.
I just mean I don't mind Sassuro doing it, but he's not like desperate to do it at all. So if it's something you want to learn instead, go for it. But I'll at least take a little peek. Maybe we can learn together. It'll be the lockpick.
We'll
It'll be our
learn
lockpick
together.
friendship.
Yeah.
So I'll say to her, "Can I watch?"
Well, sure. Why not? Come on in, Kobold. Watch this.
Yeah.
She seems to be kind of like puffing her chest out a bit, trying to show off, and did not roll well.
So when you put it, is that the main pick bit? Like you just hold that?
No, sorry. Hang on. No, this old door. It's all rotted, and it works better on better quality.
I might be able
doors.
to
Let me
help
just-
with the rotted bit.
Okay.
I can potentially give her some help by prestidigitating the inside of the lock to clean away some of the
that's
like the
fun.
mold or any dirt or build up that's made it difficult for her to do lockpicking.
All right, she'll try it one more time.
You've got this,
Okay,
Veldora.
A lot better.
Because if you can't pick locks, we can't learn from you. So get
Yeah,
your shit
you
together,
see,
bitch.
with that-
You've got the starter island to teach us.
She is able to pry this door open a bit, and you see, she says, we're
Sassuro
kind
claps
of.
exuberantly.
This is not the best environment to learn from, but we're in the field, right? She's just looking around.
It's really messy in there.
Yeah, this
It's
room
like a
looks
kobold's
like.
den.
You see, there are a few of these bunk beds and hammocks. It looks like it was a crew quarters of some sort.
I'm gonna look for any bodies.
What am I even trying to say? Of some kind. I don't know.
A
Is the
crew?
bodies?
A crew
Yes.
quarters of some type or some.
Some
yeah.
type. Yeah, I don't know. I lost that last
Resort?
word. You see that there are like some personal effects scattered about the room, and you also see there's like a portrait, a faded painted portrait hanging on the wall over here. And the portrait shows a young couple, like smiling and hugging. It's very sweet.
Is there a name below the portrait?
Yes, actually. Written along the bottom of the portrait, you see the words Aletha and Brastos together forever.
Oh.
And you see that the woman, she's got like dark hair. She's wearing sailor's clothes, like a uniform similar to the tattered clothes you saw the zombie wearing. And the blonde man, he's wearing like nice, fine merchant's clothes.
I'll go back to looking for bodies in this room.
Give me a perception check.
Oops, that's persuasion. My bad.
Show me the bodies.
That should be
You're
12.
asking. Yeah, you don't see any bodies in here, but you do see. You notice a floorboard in the middle of the room is raised slightly above the rest.
Oh,
Can we just-
I'll crouch down and try and pry it up. Actually, because I'm so physically weak, I will use the bottom end of my staff as like leverage to try and pop it up.
Okay.
Is this some sort of necromantic, ritualistic blood painting on the floor going on?
Uh-oh. Is it?
I don't know. Looks like there's little triangles and symbols in dark red.
Maybe.
Oh no, geometry.
Maybe so.
The world's worst shape.
If you're prying up that
Exactly.
thingy, I'll have the unseen servant stand over it for you, ready to get hit.
Okay. Oh wow, that's awesome. As you pry this floorboard up, you do in fact see a little dart shoot out, and gets a 23 to hit the unseen servant.
He has 10 armor class and 1 hit point, and he will just wilt.
Okay.
And Sassuro just goes, yes!
Wow, that was like
Love it when
such
that
good
works.
timing.
He died from over there though, so like I don't know if you want to just. I don't know if you want to create a character for him because I will be using it so much. So I don't know if you want to like add him as a sidekick
Oh
or
yeah,
something.
I did. I just
so that you
forgot
don't.
to assign it to you.
Oh, okay, cool.
See if you
Yeah, I
can
can move him now. Oh,
Yeah.
I can multiply him. Is that happening for you?
No.
Nope,
I've got
You're
I've got
freaking
4.
out.
No, I've got all 4. And I can move them all.
Wow. Unseen Servant takes this hit for Peverell.
Uh,
And yeah, you see the little dart just lands in the ground where he was standing.
cool. I need
And-
to refresh.
Take a
Sorry,
look
I've got 4 unseen servants.
Under the little floorboard compartment, you see there is a little sack of gold.
I will take that and metaphorically put it in the group loot.
It feels pretty weighty. You find it is 200 gold.
Nice.
There you go.
Very nice.
Someone's
Cool,
little hidden stash in here.
Yeah, if there's no bodies in here, I will leave.
Mm-hmm. The unseen servant is out in the sea now.
Josh, did you also physically put it in the group loot?
No,
Okay, cool. Was it 200 gold pieces?
it was.
There was.
What's in this other room right next door?
What the fuck?
Right next door is not locked. Seemed like the rooms that were locked were the one that you opened and the crew quarters. This room right next to the crew quarters looks like it's a galley. Is that right? No.
Like a-
that's not
like a
right.
mess
It's
hall.
Mess
Yeah.
hall. Mess hall.
Yeah.
It's a better word. Yeah, you see there's a long table here that it's got these decaying chairs scattered about, and there's broken glass and dishware all along the floor.
Yeah.
You see
I'll-
a bit of the ship is broken. In fact, you can like see out through it.
I'll start looking for bodies.
Oh, okay.
For
Give
bodies
me
in
a
here?
Perception check.
There could be bodies anywhere.
Actually, you don't really need a perception check for this one,
Okay.
because you see someone kind of sticking out under this wreckage over here.
Oh, then I will immediately rush over.
Super
Yeah.
dead. Have been
Yeah.
dead for years, but it seems like they didn't rise. Maybe
Perfect.
they were beyond that point.
Yeah, I'll crouch down again. And again, you see this smoky grey magic kind of emanating slowly from his hand as it seeps into the body, and I'll say the same prayer again.
Nice. That's all you find in that room.
Wonderful.
Should we go down?
I think Nikari was looking at the room on the other side.
Oh.
It looks like the
Yeah.
galley.
I will
This
say in
one's
the
the
middle of
galley.
my resummoning
Your ritual.
unseen servant. Yeah.
Yes, this one is the galley. You see that there are, tables, barrels, looks like old rotted supplies. And for a second there, you see this skeleton up against the wall. You think it moves for a second, Nikari, and then you see a bunch of little crabs just come skittering out. Looks like they're just hanging out amongst the skeleton.
As soon as I walk in the room, I just sort of back up. Nope.
Oh, is something wrong?
It's Yetis.
Yetis? Did you just say?
Do you speak
back.
crab, not yeti? And you just think you speak yeti?
There's a lot of rotting food and a corpse, and it's kind of gross in there.
Oh, I will try and make this quick. I will go in.
Peverell just goes wading in.
Ah, scary.
Is it just the one skeleton? Is it just the one body?
Yes, just the
Yes.
Josh, does it matter how long they've been dead? Just out of curiosity.
Funnily enough, it does not. Thanks, James, because you made it.
I didn't make it.
Oh,
Well,
wow.
someone made it.
Oh, if it's TDP and I don't know anything about it, it's Kobold Press. So somebody gifted us the Kobold Press Deep Magic book on Roll20. And at one point I was adding all the spells to the TDP list. And then I realized there was over 800 and I got really bored. So I added loads of cantrips and not many of the other ones.
Thank you, Kobold Press.
So yeah, it's probably one of those because I've never heard of it.
Yep.
Perfect.
love that.
Yeah, I performed the same ritual.
Perfect. The last room where the zombie flew out from, you see Beldora's peeking in the window and says, "This one looks like maybe the captain's room. Look at that big bed." And you do see this room is pretty nice. It's got well, obviously, you know, it was nice at one point. You see there's like a half collapsed bookcase with disintegrating like books. And there's like a wooden desk kind of leaning on 3 legs. It has a pretty ornate like compass set into the center of it. And in the most maybe notably, there's just like a huge hole in the floor here. Right beside the bed. But yeah, no bodies here that you can see.
I'll double check under the bed just in case.
Sure. Getting a closer look, you can see the bed is the bedding is like rotting and sagging in the middle. It's very waterlogged.
Gross.
Yeah.
Is there anything unusual about anything in here? Like it's just a regular compass rose?
There's a hole in the ground.
There's a hole in the floor, yep. And the compass, I mean, it looks pretty nice and it's in decent condition, considering. You can actually see it looks like it can be pried out if you want it.
Sure.
Oh, it's set into the desk. Okay.
Yes.
Cool.
If you don't want it, Beldora will come get it. You see she
No,
starts rooting.
I'll take it out.
Bandit will
reading around
chew
it.
the wood around
I
it for
loot.
you. Give you some help if you need it. Help frying it.
Okay, yeah. And so yeah, that compass, it says, is worth 25 GP.
Nice.
That is what you find on the main deck.
Just to clarify, that hole, is it? You're standing very close to it, Nikari. Does it look like there's like the undead came up through that hole, and does it look like others might do so imminently?
It
This
looks
appears to
like,
be ocean water.
yeah, you definitely see water down below, but there's also, it's not like up to the top, so it doesn't look like the lower level is completely submerged.
Peverell,
Um,
an undead swim.
I'm not too sure. I've not come across any that have been able to. But that's not to say that they can't. We should be prepared
Because the
for
ones on the
anything.
beach, they like walked out of the water from under the water, right?
Mhm.
That happened. Did I make that up, or did they swim to the shore?
that did happen.
You just
yeah.
see them like breaststroking their way. Oh.
They actually kind of got like
like.
they got kind of pushed in with the waves, like they were just kind of rolled,
like-
rolled over.
They're just floating there.
They didn't seem to have that much like fine motor control, though.
But yeah, I'll just tell you that I don't know, but that's not to say that we shouldn't be on our guard just in case.
I'm nearly finished. And I'll keep on waving my wand and trying to conjure up a servant out of thin air.
Sure. I think you could finish conjuring him by the time you guys finish searching the rest
I
of
didn't
these
get rid of the
rooms.
old one because I don't have a
Yeah.
I can't grab it from the journal. I just have this token, so I just didn't get rid of it.
Oh, okay. Do that.
Yes, got it. Thank
That
you.
work. Okay,
Oh
great.
my god, he's literally a servant.
Yeah. You don't see it on the map. Yeah,
He's a
cool.
little
So
butler.
he will stand next to the trap door, and I'll say, I'll get Bandit to go and have a little sniff and see whether Bandit thinks it's locked. Trap door. He'll inspect it.
Bandit does not think it's locked.
Great. Okay, and then he'll scurry back. So maybe we could stand back.
Is Morthos gonna have it fly open?
Everyone take a step back. Whenever I use thaumaturgy, I grab the air and I throw whatever I'm doing. I throw the air, and that's the motion I make when I use thaumaturgy.
Ooh.
Cool.
And then the door opens.
Or does it?
As you
Or does it?
throw this air, the trapdoor flies up and open.
Nice.
Hey.
I will get the unseen servant to, well, it's wrapped in a blanket, remember? And it just will poke its body in and do a little flap. And then I will make a minor illusion voice come out of it. Hello? Come get me. I'm helpless.
I have an Eldritch Blast ready to be fired.
You can definitely hear some water sloshing around down there. As if it's being disturbed.
I think we gotta go down.
Okay.
Don't worry. Don't worry. Stay behind me.
I'll get the... No. When you say that, the unseen servant just jumps in. As you like, what you didn't realize is that Sassuro was deciding whether he was okay with the blanket getting wet. That is really all. That's really all that was happening.
Aww, that's the priority.
You can jump in. I'll come last.
I'll go in first. I'll jump in.
I'll jump in very quickly.
The NPC first next time, guys.
There's nothing in.
Yeah, I mean, Sassuro probably would crouch at the entrance, like duck his head in and use his wand if he can. But if he needs to jump down for the sake of the map, that's fine.
Beldora's jumping in. As you guys descend to this lower deck, it is chilly and wet and unsettling as it gets darker down here. Don't have much sunlight other than the trapdoor, and you see that seawater is obscuring the floor and sloshing against the interior of this ship. You see decaying crates and barrels scattered around. Some are floating freely, others are still stacked up kind of nicely. But you hear splashing and see a walking corpse. Actually, two of them lumbering towards you.
Why are you doing laps? Elora's just running in circles.
Right here, we're gonna roll initiative.
Is that an okay? Is that an okay time to take a short break?
Yeah, that is a
Fantastic,
good time to take a break. Hello. We had left off just about to roll initiative as you guys found some zombies in the hold. That's where we are right now.
I'm going first.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I rolled out 20. 24. That sounds like yes. Yes, that is exciting. Mikayla, I'm going to need another asset, and I'm going to use him a lot, so I'm going to send you it.
Okay, perfect.
He is going to be a major feature. Where is he?
Dang.
Oh, why is that not working?
One. I'm just seeing Sassuro 6 hit points. Whoa. That was shell shocking from my game last night where everyone's in the hundreds.
We should have temp hit points, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, you
Yeah, we
should
have
have
5
temp HP. Yeah. You were emboldened.
Oh,
by
sorry, I didn't send this in the right place. I've just DM'd it to some random person. That's gonna confuse him. No, that's
context.
nonsense. No, nothing at all. He messaged me saying, "Hey, do you want to buy this hammer?" And I sent him a picture of a barbarian. That's he's trying to sell me a Guild Wars. He's trying to sell me a Guild Wars item.
This is a man who needs that hammer.
Yeah.
Guy.
So this is Gorgak.
Aw.
Yeah.
Cool.
I saw him in a tavern in Icewind Dale.
I love him.
So is this Sassuro canonically the same Sassuro from Icewind Dale?
Yep. Oh, no. Sassuro from Icewind Dale was
Aw.
just written off as a mistake.
That was a dream he had.
Yeah. That led him to know that he wanted to adventure. He is a large
Yeah,
creature,
that's
by the
kinda
way.
beautiful.
That token, so
Oh,
it's
he's
4.
large,
Yeah, it's a
huh?
2x2.
He's big.
No, sorry. It might even be a 3x3. It's a 15-foot
shit.
cube. Yep, there you go. He's a 3x3.
Oh, is he a silent image?
He is a silent image, but he's going to be... He may be not so silent at one point when I've got major image, or when I've got bonus action minor illusion. But he's going to go down and he's going to start swinging.
So this massive fella, let me see. He's big.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's real
Jesus.
big. No, one more than that. Hey, there we go! That's
Okay.
Grogak. Like
Let
that.
me. I don't know if I spelled his name.
I put in the
He's
Roll20
fit
chat.
down here.
I summon him in down there. And I can reduce him to whatever size I want, so he'll just be almost as tall as the ceiling.
Grogak. Okay.
Grogak.
Okay, so he comes down, starts swinging. The zombies you see moaning and groaning, coming closer to this flesh that has just appeared. Great.
Sorry, do we have an initiative tracker?
Oh. If I do that, does it show it to you?
Yes. Yep, that's how it works.
Cool.
Cool. Let's see. Have I got that going on? I'll just move there so that I'm visible. Yeah. So action. I'm going to cast Silent Image, and have it sort of move in. It's only visual. It doesn't sound. You don't see any sound or anything. But he sort of leaps forward and raises his hammer, and sort of stands there ready to defend. And I think
Perfect.
I can command the servant as a bonus action. So I'm going to send the servant to this square here, who's sort of
he's still got the cloak on.
who'll flail about with the blanket, trying to
my
get
goodness.
visible. And then just to
That's
really get exciting, I'm going to have Bandit dangle off this guy's nose to give somebody advantage on the next attack.
Oh my goodness. Illusions and familiars just charging in.
Let's
Okay.
monopolize the room. Off you go, guys.
Yeah. Next up is Nikari. This room, by the way, the water is like up to some of your knees, so it's gonna be
Oh.
difficult terrain.
Would Bandit have been able to bounce along the barrels and jump then? Because he can't swim.
Oh yeah. That
Okay,
would be
cool.
If
no
only he
problem
was a
for him.
water.
If only he was. Luckily,
Should've
he's a
thought of
weasel. No, I genuinely wanted him to have a climbing speed, not a swimming speed. So yeah, he leaps up and
Yeah.
he's down that nose.
That's perfect.
And I will take advantage of that as I scooch over here and take a shot at him.
Take a shot at that zombie.
Or
Give him what for?
19 to hit.
Nice.
Okay, that absolutely hits.
For 6 piercing damage.
Work.
Nice.
He groans as the arrow thumps into him. And is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
The zombies are gonna go next. Oh. And the one in front of the unseen servant is going to lash out at this target directly in front of him, naturally. You said his armor class
The
is
one
like
further
10,
away from us, right?
Whatever. Yes.
Yep.
So that's gonna be a 12 to hit.
Cool, he will die.
You see he like waves his arms and then falls forward. He was expecting to grab onto somebody and just kind of stumbles over in the
Sassuro's like,
water.
not the blanket! As he drops into the water.
I know,
Yeah,
it's gonna
the zombie
smell.
absolutely lands on
This
the
is why I
blanket
took
and it's
prestidigitation.
submerged. And that's its turn. And this one is not really enticed by Bandit. It's enticed by this big boy. So yeah, he's gonna swing.
There
does he
is
have to
no...
roll to hit
No,
I
no.
was about
As
to
soon as
say,
he
they
swings,
don't have
he's
armor
going to go
class like
through it,
that.
and then he's going to be able to see through it. So he'll swing with his attack, and then realize, technically you're meant to take an action to investigate. I think hitting it with a weapon is investigating.
It's
But yeah,
definitely
he
an
will.
investigation.
He will be able to see through it now.
Yeah, so they waste their turn swinging at illusions and
Yes.
other things. That is all they can do. Morthos.
Nice.
You're up.
Morthos is gonna whisper something under his breath. He's then gonna cross his arms and stand still. He's gonna have a nice little smirk on his face, and Nova's gonna go charging off his shoulder.
Does it take your bonus action to command him then, Matt? Or an action or something?
Smart.
No, I can. It's just my action.
Oh, it's your action.
So
Jesus.
instead of attacking, I can have my familiar attack
Okay,
as my
cool.
attack action.
Morthos just
Yeah.
giving Seto Kaiba vibes.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
yeah.
looks really cool sending in his blue eyes white dragon.
Yeah,
And-
exactly.
Nova will rend. That's what it's called.
Give
Got
him a
plus
rending.
5. Got plus 5 hit. 15.
Absolutely.
Nice.
They are stumbling around impotently next to this barbarian boy.
Just 5 slashing damage.
Nice.
Okay, good. Demolish.
Wait a second.
Does he have radiant too? Am I crazy?
10 radiant.
Jesus, 5 and
Nice.
10.
Yeah.
Woo! That was a lot of damage from that kitty cat. Yeah, this zombie is looking quite hurt already. Anything
then-
else with us? Oh, wait, I'm sorry. This is the one that Nikari already hit that you were attacking?
Yeah.
Okay,
I think
yeah,
Nikari hit
no,
for
he
6.
is on death's door in that case.
Alright. Is this zombie standing firm in the water? Like, will I get a provoke if Nova flies back to my shoulder?
It will attack. Yeah, it'll take an opportunity attack.
Nova doesn't have
Okay.
flyby?
No.
It basically fell over and then used the rest of its movement to stand back up when it fell through the illusions.
Gotcha. Alright, Nova will just chill in the air flying.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, there's a weasel hanging from its nose. It's already quite distracted.
It's, yep, Peverell. You're
Yes,
up.
I look out towards the nearby zombie, and I yell, "Be gone, you foul creature!" as I cast a celestial burst. That's just like a ball of holy grey smoke that just bursts forth from his hand.
Okay, let him have it.
For 14 to hit.
Absolutely.
Nice. Ooh, max damage, 8 radiant.
Okay. That is the one that was already heard, right?
Yes, yes,
It
ma'am.
is obliterated with your radiant light.
Wonderful. Yeah, that's me.
Okay. Dead last is Beldora, who.
Oh, that's who
rolled
that
very
is.
badly.
I was like,
She's
why
too
is this
busy
other
trying to-
zombie?
Yeah,
She's
you see,
busy
she
trying
has
to
her,
remember how to pick a lock.
she's got her crowbar out and is like looking around at these barrels, but is going to quickly pull out her hand crossbow and shoot at that other zombie in the back and gonna hit. I really should have had her hide or something first, but that's fine.
Steady aim? Well, no, she can't. She's level 1. Or 2.
She's a stat block too.
Fair.
So she won't get her sneak attack. It's fine. She's not really interested in these guys. She just wants treasure. Alright, that's
That
her.
must be cool.
Back at the top, Sassuro.
Yep, so Bandit will leap from the body as it dies onto a barrel. And then we'll try and do the same and jump up onto this guy's face to distract him, to give the help action to the next person who wants to attack, which is probably Nikari. The Barbarian will move forward and raise its hammer and really slowly bring it down so it doesn't actually hit until the creature's had its turn.
Okay. Perfect.
Action. That thing. I don't need to let out a draconic cry. I'm gonna stay up here and look cool. That's me.
Alright. Nikari. You hear water sloshing from behind you. And you feel a
Oh,
cold
boy.
claw raking across your back. That was a dirty 20 to hit.
Shit.
Give
Yep.
me a Constitution save as this bloated corpse suddenly appears from behind some barrels.
10.
Ooh. Nikari is paralyzed. And you guys see this creature starts to drag her away back behind these barrels.
Why is
Mikayla, where's the trapdoor? Like, in this area?
It's like right where Morthos is standing.
Okay, so I'm looking down from there. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Why does level 1 treat Elora so bad?
So yeah, using the rest of its movement, you can just kind of watch helplessly as this thing drags you behind some barrels.
Jesus, because that's not
I didn't
terrifying
get
to
crit.
witness.
How much
Yet.
movement did that take? 10, and then it takes like double your movement. Oh, it's to drag someone, so that would be 20. Yeah, so that's as far as it can go right now.
I hope she's being dragged with her head above the water. She's not just being waterboarded.
Yeah, this thing is like clutching onto her. It looks like it might dig in, but that was that turn. Nikari.
End of my turn? Something?
Yes. Give me another Constitution save at the end of your turn. Sorry, my tracker's all wrong here. There we go.
That's slightly better. 13.
Okay, that will succeed. You break out of this paralysis. As you see this, you get a good look now at this creature that just snuck up on you. It looks like a bloated, soggy former sailor with this stringy black hair. And you see it actually doesn't struggle with the water at all. Like, it moves through pretty effortlessly. You see this disgusting, ghoulish creature
Oh,
trying to
my
feast on you.
God. That's what I looked like
Ew.
earlier when Jim said he got me a brownie.
Next is the zombie, the remaining zombie, going to, I guess it's gonna swing at this big boy, right? Why is he swinging at it? I know he doesn't have armor class. It misses.
Yeah, he will fall through it. He'll be able to see through
Stumbles
it.
through it.
Bandit will stay connected to his nose.
Mm-hmm. And that is them. Morthos, you hear kind of a commotion behind you. And you don't see Nikari anymore.
Yes, I don't. So...
And I don't care. Get the zombie Nova.
So I don't know if it's different. If familiar is different for different classes, but do all familiars roll their own initiative? Because mine does. I don't know if that's normal for all.
That's so that's how it's standard rules. But I think when we talked in session 0, Mikayla said it would go immediately after on our turn.
Just
right?
go. Yeah, I was gonna ask. Can I never roll initiative and it just goes on my turn?
Yeah. It's gonna
Okay,
go on
yeah.
your turn.
Okay,
Also,
yeah.
I'm sorry, I forgot to. Did I give you your damage, Nikari? You should have taken 4 slashing damage.
Oh,
She's dead.
I have a reaction spell that I was considering using, but it didn't damage me, so I didn't. So,
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Weren't you paralyzed though?
well, that's kind of the question. I mean, the attack is triggered by, or the spell is triggered by the attack.
Yeah,
So
you
if
were
the attack
definitely
does
attacked.
damage.
But which lands first, the paralysis or the spell?
The
What is
chicken
the
or the egg?
spell? Hellish Rebuke?
Spiny shield.
Ooh.
Whoa.
What is that?
When you are hit, it reduces the damage you are dealt. Oh, that's fun.
This
Sure,
is really
so you
cool
won't-
because it was.
So you can roll that
Okay.
damage.
It comes from Humblewood and it's for hedgehogs.
I love this.
How cool is that? They get it automatically.
Yeah, so you can reduce the damage. I'll say the paralysis.
I rolled a
still.
5.
Okay,
Yeah,
so you
yeah,
take
yeah.
no damage. Yeah, perfect.
Cool.
All right, so yeah, Morthos. You and
All right,
Nova.
So Nova gets his own turn, but if I want Nova to attack, it counts as my action. So that's how it works. So
Right.
Nova can still do.
Yeah, that's like your specific Pact of the Chain thing.
Back to the chain level 1. That's so cool.
If Nova dashed, and then I use my attack action to attack. Does that work, or no?
Let's find out. Let's read the exact wording.
I can think. I don't know if it'll actually explain that.
Excuse me. Okay, features and traits. When you take... Let's see, hold on. When you take the attack action... Yeah, so actually your familiar is doing that with its reaction. It's attacking. So the familiar has its action to dash, and then using its reaction, it's attacking. Dang, that's pretty badass.
Right. Sweet.
Yeah, so it can dash and attack in the same turn.
They can also weirdly
Not attack.
dodge and attack in the same turn, which is utterly
Damn,
bizarre.
that's
But it's really cool.
Okay.
Alright, well, I realize I don't even need to dash. I have enough movement speed.
Okay.
But now we know.
Yeah, but now we know. It's good.
And it can actually
Got 40.
disengage, right?
Ooh,
If it ever has enough
that's
movement
cool.
speed. Yeah.
that's a good
That's
point.
cool.
It's got
Ooh, I
40-foot
love
fly
this.
speed. Is this one dead? Do we kill it?
The one behind it's not, though.
Yeah. I want
There's
to
a
go
living
save.
zombie back there.
Oh, we should
Yeah,
definitely
yeah.
save Elora. I agree, but I
Yeah.
was just letting you know.
Alright. Nova will fly and bite. Right on top of the thing.
Okay,
Jump.
let him have it.
20 to hit.
Damn, absolutely.
1, 2, 4 plus 3. 7 slashing.
Whoa.
5 radiant.
Okay. Damn, that's good damage. It is very hurt.
I don't know if you saw, it did take 5 damage from the spiny shield as well.
Yes.
Oh, it takes damage as well? Doesn't just
Crystal
block?
took that damage. Yep.
Oh.
Hence the
Cool.
head shock.
Mm-hmm.
It was actually like a
It wouldn't
bunch
make
of,
much sense
like,
if it didn't.
it was laurels, like a whole bunch of just plants, just
Oh, cool.
That's cool. Yeah. A bunch of these thorny vines pop out.
Oh yeah, that's the end of my turn.
Fantastic. After Morthos, Peverell.
Yeah, seeing Nikari get dragged to hell. I'm gonna run on, or at least tread water on my way over. So
Yeah.
that would be 10, 20, 30. But I can see like all of him apart from like a little bit of the top.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's fine. You can definitely see him.
Yep. So I'm gonna fire off a guiding bolt, which looks
Whoa,
kind of
that's
similar to the
awesome.
celestial burst, but the smoke in the smoky magic of the celestial burst, it moves. Like the smoke shifts quite slowly, whereas this looks really volatile.
Mm,
I'm gonna fire it off
let him have it.
for a 21 to hit,
Absolutely. This,
and that's 8 radiant damage.
this big nasty ghoul is looking it's hissing at that radiant damage and this bright light. You see, it looks like it hasn't seen the sun in a long time.
Yeah, and as it lands, I'm gonna call out, "Are you behind those who have risen here?"
It just hisses back at you.
I turn to Nikari, "Was that Yeti?" I'm joking, I don't actually say that.
Alright,
Yes,
anything else?
that is my turn.
Okay, Baldora.
Just
is
for
going
Baldora's
to-
notice, if she wants to attack that guy, she still has advantage because nobody's managed to get an attack off on that yet.
Yeah, I was about to
Bandit's still
say,
hanging
that's
from the
perfect.
nose.
Wow, okay. She's absolutely gonna hit. Let's do some sneak attack with her little crossbow. Let's see, d6, so that's gonna be a 3d6. Whoa, oh my god. She does 13 damage. This thing is on the verge of death. Okay, and she's going to hide between the barrels here. Sassuro.
Is there any way I could drop into a space without dropping into the water? Like, could I potentially swing down onto a barrel or something?
If
seems
you
like a
came
big
down these
jump.
stairs, yeah, it would be the closest barrel is like this one over here. You could make that jump, but
And then
Yeah.
I would have to go that way. Yeah, we can try that. Maybe? I don't know. Hold on. Let's quick look at something. Oh, I'll blind everyone. No. Okay, that's fine. So
It'd be funny.
you'll see the
yeah,
barbarian
that's
sort of
right.
rush up, then leap, and he's going to swing from like around here and then into this area.
oh my goodness, look at
Um,
him go.
Yeah, I mean he can move 60 feet, so.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, and then I think Bandit will let us noises from over there on that guy to say this guy's still alive.
It is.
Yeah, Sassuro's just not gonna get down there and put himself at risk. Sorry, guys.
That seems fair.
I think there's enough people around you to save you, Nikari.
We
right?
don't want you down here.
Well, as long
We
as
want you to
Nikari
protect
can
yourself.
survive.
You'll
Yeah.
drown.
I you say that, but I've got a lot of armor class. But yes.
All
That'll be me.
right. Next is our friend the Ghoul,
Mm.
who is
Trying
going
to eat
to. Yeah, it is. Sorry, gotta scoot you over for a second.
You can put him anywhere you want him. I can't see down there, so I just
You
had to
can't
throw because none of my characters have line of sight down there because the boxes are in the way. It makes perfect
Oh,
sense.
I see.
Like,
You're going
I just
from Bandit.
I physically can't see.
Perfect.
Yeah, that space, so I just threw him in that
Yeah,
direction.
Okay, great. Well, the ones who are over here, Peverell and Nova, you guys see this creature is dragging Nikari towards this hole.
Can I fight that?
Yeah, give me a.
I'm not paralyzed anymore. Yeah.
You're not paralyzed anymore. Yeah, it's going to try and drag you down into the lower part of the ship with it. So let's do contested athletics checks.
Doesn't really matter which one for me. So 14.
Damn. You got a 19.
Oof.
He wasn't even slightly
Okay.
scared of that barbarian's opportunity attack. Damn it!
No, actually, you see the ghoul is a bit smarter than these zombies. It saw them stumble through this thing.
Right, so it used their investigation check to know that it's not. Yeah, cool. Okay, I like that.
You guys see Nikari disappear below the water, and this thing is gonna take a couple bites out of you. Uh-huh. What is this to hit?
A couple
15?
of bites.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Work.
I'm gonna spiny shield again.
Okay, cool. So, let's see. 8 cold damage.
Okay,
Can
yeah.
you-
Spiny shield, spiny shield, spiny shield. Whew, here we go.
It is. You feel, as you are plunged into this freezing cold water, you feel this, like, necrotic chill going up your arm as it sinks its nasty, nasty
Okay,
teeth
so
in.
it reduces by 6. So he
Okay,
takes
that's
6
not
and I
bad at
take
all.
2.
Oh, he's very hurt, too. Perfect.
And do I have to make another con save or?
No, that was just from his claw, which he only gets 1 of.
Cool.
But
yeah.
he does get a second bite, so I know. It's like whichever, I don't know, which one you prefer.
It's
But
fine.
you're not paralyzed. Okay, and that's 8 more cold damage.
Yikes.
Until your next turn, it reduces the damage, so it does it again.
Nice.
Oh my goodness.
So that's 5, and you said how much?
8, so you take 3.
So I take
Dang. He's taking a lot of damage. You see this thing is like as your protective plants pop up and poke back at it, it is looking quite hurt from that. That last one was 5, you said? Yeah, 5.
Mm-hmm.
It's very hurt. That is its turn, though. And Nikari, it is now you. You are fully underwater with this creature
Nice.
in the fully submerged hull of the ship. You see that hole that you actually saw when you were just viewing the ship from outside. the hole that
And
leads back out.
There's also a hole above me.
Yes. So the water here
that-
goes like up to there. So you could
And that's the
swim
hole
back up.
that goes all the way up to the captain's quarters.
It sure is. And
Okay, so the
actually,
first thing...
below your feet here, you see what you can assume made the hole in the floor, a treasure chest.
Can't see.
Treasure, you say?
That. Okay.
This thing is still glowing with radiant light from that guiding bolt also, so you do have advantage.
Ooh,
if you
so it's a
wish to
straight
attack
roll.
it.
Because I am going to use my short sword. I'm going to pull out my short sword for a straight roll because I'm underwater. But he's also glowing. For 22 to hit.
Absolutely.
Nice.
How much health do you have?
11. I only got rid of my temp HP because of Spiny Shield.
Does
Oh.
that 6 spiny shield,
Sweet.
yeah.
So that's 6 piercing.
Elora, I don't know whether Mikayla's ruling something different, but I'm pretty sure that short swords are not a disadvantage underwater.
Aren't all melee attacks underwater if you don't have a
No,
swim speed?
it's a piercing thing, I think.
I think
Where
if you
the
don't have a
fuck?
swim speed, you have disadvantage on...
No, it says
Attack.
when making a melee weapon attack, a creature that does not have a swimming speed has disadvantage on the attack roll unless the weapon is a dagger, javelin, short sword, spear,
you're
or trident.
right.
Huh?
That's
It sure does say that.
random
Look at
side
that.
bit of information I happen to have in my head, so go kill it.
Good
I
to
will
know.
crit fish just to see, and I did not.
Go
crit
ahead.
so.
Alright, you still did a respectable 6 damage.
Good
This
knowledge to
thing
know,
is-
though.
Yeah, it is. This
That's
thing is
alright.
on its last legs. Death door.
And it doesn't really help me much, but it is vexed, so I'll have advantage on my next attack, on my next
Think
turn,
about
if I see it. But right now,
that.
I will disappear from the space in front of him as I teleport up to the captain's
Whoa.
quarters.
Nice.
Holy
Bye.
hell, that's awesome!
Whoa, how'd you do
Oh
that?
my goodness.
That
so
is fucking
Sassuro's still
sick.
up on this level. So Nikari just appears back up in this room
You're okay.
behind
Morthos'
Sassuro.
Morthos' jaw is dropped. How the fuck did you do that?
She Eladrin.
Morthos couldn't even see this happen.
Oh,
Because-
Speaking of
Eladrin ability?
teleportation, how the fuck did the cat get from my desk into your arms without?
I called it.
That was crazy.
She was
I-
here.
I know, I just saw it there. I just
I
saw
called
that
her.
tail. Wow, that was
I know,
awesome.
baby. He's awful, isn't he?
I was typing in the notes.
Look, she's crying on my shoulder.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that
I saw you in the
cool
notes while
treatment.
she was trying to scratch me to pieces.
Trap me in the neighbor's garage, you meanies.
Oh,
That's
that
the other one.
Cat.
That's the fat white one. She doesn't know how to care. She's too stupid.
I think. Okay, that was a great turn
Yeah.
from Nikari. Next is this.
So I will appear just like up at the top, looking down into the hole, and I'll just point down there, going, "He's down there, whatever the heck he is."
Oh, you can see up that hole. That's where you've gone. Oh, okay, cool. That's really cool.
It's like gaping hole in the back, Mikayla mentioned.
Yeah, so Nikari just appears behind Sassuro, soaking wet. And next is this zombie, who I feel like is going to hit the bandit on his face, right? Like try to bite him. He's like right on his face.
Sure, that is totally understandable.
He's gonna chomp down. Ooh, yeah, super duper hits.
Okay. Then,
It's too late, Coco. Right.
Yeah, that'll be the bandit will dissipate.
21.
Oh, I'm gonna undo that just so that I'm gonna just put him over here just so I can see.
Yeah, so you
but
can
yeah,
still see.
he's dead.
Mm-hmm. All right, that's its action, and I mean, what does he have? Yeah, difficult terrain. So he's gonna stumble slowly through the water, right up in Morthos' face. And
Damn
that
it.
Sorry, it's your
Just
turn
eat
now,
him.
Morthos.
I had an action ready. Now I can't do it.
You're just choosing
Putting-
not to.
Something here.
All right,
there you
I'm
go.
gonna do what I was gonna do anyway. Morthos is
ahead.
looking the other direction.
Mm-hmm.
Nova's gonna fly back over here. He's gonna turn around and just put his fist out or his hand out and what's it called? I'll just blast it, but now I have disadvantage. He turns around to Eldritch Blast it, thinking it's 20 feet away, and he shoots something literally right in his face.
All right, yeah. Let's see. Let's see if it happens. It'll be hard to miss,
It's
but
15.
easy. Yeah, give him the business.
5.
Damn.
5 force.
Yeah.
Someone else can kill it. It's okay.
It's okay. Yeah, he's on death's door also. Anything else? Anything for Nova?
I will bonus action. Roll my eyes in the back of the head so I can look to Nova's eyes, so I can watch myself attack in third person.
Just be impressed with yourself.
Yes.
All right, Peverell. You're
Nikari's one floor up, right?
yes.
Yes. So
This is
since
just
I
Spectre.
don't know that she's got it now.
Well, I did yell down.
Oh, you did?
Oh yeah, you heard her voice suddenly from
Oh.
above.
Wonderful. Then I will head over to the hall and look down. Can I see that creature?
You know what? I think you can. It's fully submerged, but you have dark vision. So
I do.
yeah. You can see
Wonderful.
he's looking confused, like kind of swimming around in circles like he was just holding on to someone. And yeah, you see the treasure chest just directly below as well.
Wonderful. Then I will fire off a guiding bolt at him.
Oh shit. Okay, let him have it.
That's a 20 dirty.
Ooh, absolutely.
And that is 11 radiant damage.
Wow. Please describe how you destroyed this undead
Yeah,
abomination.
as I see it down there, kind of like circling confused, I kind of like stand with my, like, holding my staff and my arm kind of like out, and I close my eyes, and I just say, I like take a deep breath and calm myself, and I say, may Kellenvor have mercy on you, for I do not. And I rain
Ooh.
down a large, smoky grey magic bomb down on his head.
He is destroyed with this radiant light, and there's nothing left except tatters of sailor's clothes. And actually, you see something slip out of the pocket of this creature as
Ooh.
it is destroyed. You see something, you can't really tell what it is. It looks like maybe a little, like, braid, like a bracelet, maybe, something like that.
Oh,
But you
okay.
see that just sink to the bottom.
Okay. That'll be the end of my turn.
Last is Beldora, who is going to finish off this zombie. Unless she rolls all ones on her
Here's hoping.
3d6. She doesn't. Okay. With that, she pokes out from behind the barrels, lines up the shot, and right over Morthos' shoulder, this zombie gets a crossbow to the face. Well done.
Nice.
Good job. You solved my ghoul puzzle. And yeah, the ship settles back into this kind of eerie silence, just the sounds of the ocean and the seagulls again, as you don't hear any more movement or see any more creatures.
Cool.
Besides the big barbarian.
Well, I was going to dismiss it, and I was about to delete it, but I didn't know if you wanted to create a character for it first so that I can add it on in future.
I think I
Or
did.
just give me the permissions like you did with the Unseen. Because I don't currently have it. Brilliant, thank you.
Did that work? Let me
Yes.
see if he's going to be the right size if I drop
He
him
is, he
again.
is. I just dropped him.
Perfect.
Cool. Yeah, fantastic. Sassuro will spend 10 minutes creating an Unseen Servant to go and retrieve the blanket. Because he's fuming.
Yeah, a big nasty zombie is laying right on top of it. But it is, it's there.
I'm gonna use one of my Eyes of the Grave to see if there's still any undead remaining.
You do not sense any more undead
Wonderful.
within 60 feet of you.
Then I will begin moving over to the two zombies over here, and I'll begin performing the same ritual as I did upstairs with my Bless the Dead.
Perfect.
I will full on dive into the water.
Sassuro Nikari is gone once again. And
Go her.
you appear with like a perfect swan dive into this lower hold that is fully submerged with water. You see that there's like colorful seaweed growing all around. You see there's little fish swimming in and out of here. It's actually kind of beautiful down here.
Nova is gonna go in and help Nikari.
Okay. Does Nova like the water?
No, but he has a reaction that can give a +2 to any roll, so.
All right.
I would like to message Nikari and say, "Are you all right down there?"
Whoa.
Did
I
she
guess
just make the sound of
You just hear
talking
some
with
bubbles.
bubbles? Very good. Yeah, because I suppose you do have to whisper back.
I do have to whisper
That's
back.
so true, huh?
Target can reply in a whisper that you can only hear. Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, okay. Sasha just shrugs his shoulders, carries on casting Unseen Servant. Assumes you'll be fine.
I will dive down and get the bracelet, and then I will pop back up to breathe for a moment.
Do you need help
Yeah.
extracting the treasure chest is really what I'm asking.
I think as I pop back up into like the middle layer, I will just look to see if there's anybody around. I think Peverell went up north, so I don't know if anybody has come over to investigate the area. Although Morthos did send
Well,
Nova.
you see Beldora is like rummaging around through these crates looking for anything good. And
But not
yeah,
in the
what did
water.
Morthos... No, she hasn't gone down to the hold. She's on this level. What did Morthos and Peverell doing?
Morthos is staying on the ship, but watching through Nova's eyes.
Oh, I see. Right, yeah, you sent down Nova, of course.
I'll be doing those 2 prayers on the zombies.
Mm-hmm.
But then afterwards, I would go over to the hall and I'd let Nikari know that something came out of that undead's pocket, and I would ask her to try and retrieve it for me.
I think she's already holding it, isn't she?
Do you mean this?
Why,
it.
yes! Could I see that for a moment?
Sure.
Wait, is Nikari under the water and Peverell's on the
I'm
boat?
in the water.
Yeah.
She's like floating in the little
Okay.
hole now, basically.
Just so you
Like-
know, Morthos can talk to you if my familiar's with you, because I can telepathically talk to my familiar, and my familiar can talk. So,
And your familiar talk underwater.
That's a fair question.
like you just did with Bubbles.
Well,
Looking over this little thing that Nikari hands you, you get a closer look now and can see it is a braid of hair.
Ew.
And as you hold it, actually, you feel something like solid and dense within,
Oh,
and just like
no.
parting the locks of hair a little bit, you see it's actually knotted around 2 small finger bones. You see that the braid of hair is some blonde and some black, and they are braided together around this little finger bone.
Oh, it's the 2 from the picture. I was literally going to ask what was her hair color.
Yep, 1 blonde and 1 black.
Yeah, as I take this is exactly what I was looking for. Thanks, Mikayla. I will take this and I'll kind of like I'll put it on top of like this barrel next to me, and I mean I don't think Peverell believes that that they're necessarily responsible for the rising of the dead, but clearly something had happened. And so I will say a prayer to Kellan for asking to kind of cleanse this area, this ship, and the other wrecks that have happened here, and kind of ask him to have mercy on if they are the responsible for the dead keeping rising. Then I kind of ask him to forgive and show mercy and still show
Right.
them the way.
Yeah, give me a religion check.
I think this is the first time I've ever had proficiency on religion.
Good time for guidance.
I will actually like to use my heroic inspiration that I got last
Ooh.
session to roll with advantage.
Please do.
Is it a reroll?
Well, you can
Mikayla?
reroll. Yeah, it's a reroll if you fail, if you want to save it.
Oh, sorry, just reroll. Okay, cool, yeah, and I'll do that. And I will guidance myself.
Yeah, you're specifically talking to Kalimvor. That makes sense to me.
Okay,
Nice.
that is an 18.
Awesome. You definitely feel Kalimvor's presence, that wholeness that you described. You feel like very much like this is what Kalimvor wanted you to find. And though you have said this prayer and beseeched your god, you feel like it's not fully completed yet. You feel like there's something else you need to do to purify this little talisman. And yeah, that's the Sassuro, did you have detect magic up?
When we arrived a long time ago.
Oh, okay.
I've since
Yeah,
cast
that's
3
a while
different
back.
concentration spells.
Detect magic is concentration? Oh yeah, sure is.
it is. I cast
it's so
Silent
willy-nilly.
Image. I would put that
Perfect.
back up later on once we've retrieved the treasure chest.
Okay,
Just to see
well,
if anything
yeah.
in there is magical. But on retrieving the treasure chest, I will send the unseen servant to help you, Nikari, if you need any help, and I will also attempt to mage hand.
Yeah, so the first thing I'm doing with Nova with me is I'm gonna dive back down, because I assume this chest was locked at one point, but being underwater, I'm wondering if it might be rusted, and I might be able to just pop the top with my short sword.
And then all the gold just flowed out madly.
Oh yes,
crazy.
floating gold.
Gotta be careful. Oh, well, once you tip it out, right, it'll still shift across the bottom.
Yeah.
Just popping the top.
I don't think that takes any kind of roll, really. You can see that the chest is, it was very heavy and fell through the floor, obviously. But it was damaged and rusty from being underwater. You are able to pop the top right open. You see a large air bubble rushes out, and a little packet, like a little bundle, yay big. It's it seems like it's wrapped in waxed fabric, specifically meant to be waterproof, and this little packet just floats up after the
I
little
will
air
snag
bubble.
it. Is it the
You
only thing
also
that was
see-
in the chest?
You also see a pair of boots in the bottom of the chest.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Um,
They look
Well, they-
pristine despite being underwater. As
well, there
if
was
they
an
are
air bubble,
perhaps...
so I guess.
Yeah, that's true. It did seem like it was sealed.
Not anymore.
Now, but they seem to be in perfect condition.
And I will swim up with the 2 items in hand and crawl out
Cool.
into the middle of the ship.
Alrighty.
Are you coming up to the top deck?
Not unless the water has risen significantly.
Oh, you teleported the first time. Yeah, of course. Sassuro will
Swam
call
up.
down, and if we want to check to make sure none of that stuff's cursed, you can bring it right up. But I don't want to be down there. That's a lot of water, and I don't like water anymore.
Totally fair. Totally fair.
After the
Um,
horrible drowning incident of yesterday.
Yeah.
It's got PTSD.
He does.
It was
He's
just
already told
last
you he's
night.
never going on another boat, and we're in a boat, but it's at least it's submerged and it's not moving.
Very fair. Just just unwrapping this little packet, you can see it has a journal and a little pouch. The pouch has
The herb.
it has 55 gold and 3 turquoise stones worth 10 gold each.
Are you taking any of that for yourself, Elora?
There you go.
We haven't
Probably
talked
not.
about that. We haven't
'cause
really talked about how we're going to do that, have we? Yeah.
One of the gold bracelets I found, I am currently wearing.
Yeah, I saw
Oh,
that.
I love that.
Was that 2 turquoise stones worth?
3.
10
worth
gold
10.
each.
Oh, 3, sorry. I'm mugging us off.
And you see also within the little packet is a journal, which has been kept safe from the water by this little wrapping. It seems to be the captain's log of, flipping through it, it just seems to be normal captain stuff. He was just a passenger ship, essentially. But the last entry kind of gives you some insight into what happened here, which I will read to you now. Our journey is ended, though I fear my own is to continue in the most horrible way imaginable. Compass Rose wrecked on a shoal north of Waterdeep. Many sailors perished with the initial impact, and Aletha was gravely injured. As I tended her wounds, she clutched her talisman and breathed soft prayers. I asked her what the talisman signified. She told me love. Her husband waits for her at Dragon's Rest, having pledged his service to the dragon there. The talisman is made from locks of their hair, woven together as a promise to be reunited no matter what fate might befall them. It might have been a beautiful story had it not been for Aletha's gruesome end and the words of prayer I heard as she breathed her last, for she was begging Orcus, the Prince of Undeath, to reunite her with her husband. I held her hands as the breath left her, and I felt a horrible chill pass through her. Next, I knew she was sinking her teeth into my neck. At the same moment, I heard moans begin to rise from the dead sailors all around us. Already, I feel a creeping chill overtaking my body. And that is where the journal ends.
Jesus. Mikayla, would you mind pasting that into Discord or something?
Yeah, I will paste it.
So the journal doesn't say, I then turn into a ghoul.
No, it said she turned into the ghoul, right?
She was
Yeah,
patient zero.
she was the one holding the little
I mean,
talisman.
Orcus is like the darkest of dark gods. Well, not even... Certainly not a god, I don't think, but still, he's the lord of undeath.
So she's the one who dragged Nikari underwater.
I think so.
I no longer
that
feel
way.
bad.
Ginger, go away. As you are looking that over, Sassuro, give me a perception check.
I'm in the process of casting Detect Magic, so am I at disadvantage or anything, or am I good?
I have also come up to the top deck
'Cause I'm just
to
focused on
bring
like
okay.
Richard.
Sassuro the stuff.
Okay, perfect. No, you can roll it straight.
Well, I rolled the average of the average of the average. So I rolled a 10 plus 1, 11.
All right. You notice, only, I think, a moment too late, you hear this singing before you see her in the sky.
Hmm.
And play it.
Man, I completely forgot about the fucking harpy.
Give me a wisdom save, Sassuro.
Oh no!
If I came up top, would I have to do that as well? 'Cause I would have brought him the stuff.
No, just Sassuro. Let's say that this is happening like in this kind of quick moment.
14.
Oh, perfect. That will save.
Nice.
You hear that same sort of wretched singing that you heard last night. Something is trying to compel you. And up in the sky, you see the harpy approaching, diving towards her crow's nest.
Yeah, I sort of dive into a
Nikari, you
corner
could
and
get up now.
minor illusion a crate around me, and then yell downstairs, "Harpy!" I'll ditch.
You
the
guys
detect
hear
magic.
this? You guys hear a thud above you as the harpy lands. Nikari, I think, right at this moment, as Sassuro is disappearing, you come up to the top. Why don't we roll initiative again, right quick?
Sick.
Ooh.
Yeah, we can overrun a bit. We didn't get a session last week.
Oh man, that is literally cocked on a 2 and a 20.
That's evil.
Ouch.
Cocked.
Honor the cock.
Well done, Matt.
Oh, sorry, I didn't even finish pasting this thing.
I can't wait till we level up so I can get my stuff added to my fucking whatever it's called. My invocations on my.
Your agonizing blast. Is that what you're looking
Yes,
for?
yes, agonizing blast. Yes,
Yes,
I got
the
two things.
butter and the bread. Yes,
Yes,
you get another one. No one cares about the other one, unless it pushes them back, right?
I'm getting the one that pushes back and the one that adds my charisma modifier to damage. Those two.
Oh no, let's not put that in the group loot. Bear with.
That beautiful story. Oh my goodness. Look at the state of these initiatives.
Oh, cool. My channel divinity next level is awesome.
Ooh.
Level 2?
Yeah.
What
I
kind of-
can curse an enemy for one attack, either my own attack or an ally's. And when that attack triggers, the creature gets vulnerability to that attack.
Yeah, it
Ooh,
is
that,
really
that
cool.
attack or that attack type?
Just
That
that attack
specific-
type of just that specific attack.
Oh, okay.
Like you can line it up so that your next hit is basically a crit.
Ooh.
It's yeah. In my other game, there's also a grave cleric, Telembor, and they lined it up against this lich to hit him with like a guiding bolt, so he was just totally obliterated by the radiant. It was awesome.
That's awesome.
Alrighty, do I have this right? Morthos 21, Sassuro 18, Nikari 5, Peverell 2.
Yeah.
Okay, so Nikari is like on the stairs coming up.
Am I right to have thrown myself in the corner?
Yeah,
Which is what I would
Sassuro,
have
you
done as I
definitely
did
had.
it. Yeah.
You had time to do that.
And then I just illusion that crate over my head.
We're not charmed. And
fuck.
first to act.
I didn't realize
is
that wisdoms were
Morthos.
proficient in wisdom saves. I thought it was con saves. It's good for this moment and terrible for concentration down the line.
There's only one problem. I don't know where I am. Where am I?
You're
Well,
on the
oh.
stairs, I think.
You're on the middle
yeah.
deck. Do you want?
So
I
I-
think Nova and Unseen Servant would have come back up.
Yeah, Nova would have went up to wherever.
The unseen
was.
servant would have retrieved the cloak, so it was never any higher than. Oh yeah, no, it went down. It went down to help Nikari, and then went to retrieve the cloak.
Mm-hmm.
Can I climb up to the deck above?
Absolutely. Nikari is like standing right at the top of the stairs.
Oh, hello.
I'm just like
And
holding
you-
these boots in my hand, going, I'm just gonna have Sassuro look at these. I started screaming something.
Holding some boots. And yeah, you guys felt the ship rock as something like landed pretty suddenly up in the crow's nest, but you can't see her from where you're at.
So there's still one more floor above me, correct?
There is like you see the stairs, it leads to above these rooms essentially, so it's all the same deck, it's just like this is the upper part, so this is
Okay.
like where the wheel is.
And then there's the crow's
Yeah,
nest
yeah,
even
yeah.
higher than that, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
the crow's nest is 50 feet up.
Right, Mikayla, can we have the initiative tracker, please?
Oh yes, I'm gonna have to
Hmm. There's two things I could try right now.
Mm-hmm.
Try the good one.
One is using my action to block my ears, which isn't as cool. The second one is to shoot an Eldritch Blast at the crow's nest, strictly to destroy it. I don't know if that will destroy it or not. It's force damage.
That's fun.
It's
Can I
cool.
try to do that?
Would it
can
take
try
an
to do
action to
that.
plug your ears?
I
That's
don't
what
know.
you're doing.
I don't think
Depends on if it
so.
works.
Yeah.
You'd have
I'm
to
sure-
really plug it to not hear anything.
Yeah, I'm just gonna shoot. I'm just gonna shoot a Eldritch Blast at the crow's nest with the intention of like the force damage, just blowing it to smithereens.
I love that.
Pew! Do I get advantage at hitting a stable object? That's an 11 to hit. The wood.
Wood has an AC.
It sure does.
Does an 11 hit?
What-
Does it have better AC than a zombie?
I feel like yes. I'll say it's just to hit it in like a particularly vulnerable area, so you can certainly shoot up there, but to hit it in such a way that the whole thing is like damaged.
I'm trying to shoot so that the harpy cannot hide up there.
Yeah,
my
I get you. We'll roll damage. We'll roll damage.
Okay.
See if your damage is sizable enough.
9.
9 is pretty good. It's one of the highest numbers.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I think you can blow off like a piece of the crow's nest.
Nice.
You
Take
can't
that,
fully see
bitch.
her yet. She's gonna still have like 3/4 cover, but you can see her poking out a little bit. Not total cover anymore.
All right. I'm just gonna chill there. And Nova is
Nova is
Nova-
under the. Do you want to bring him up?
Nova's gonna fly in the air
Whoa.
to have like literally just dash up like 60 feet up. No,
Straight
80
up.
feet up. 80 feet up.
Oh
Dashing.
my goodness.
She got 40 foot fly speed, just so that we got vision now on this
What
damn
a
thing.
sweetie. Yeah.
So Nova's just up there.
So now Nova gets a looking face to face with this thing.
Ew.
You get a good look at it for the first time. Oh, I think I
I
showed
like
it
it.
to you actually.
I think you did.
Yeah, you see this woman bird hybrid is trying to sing this alluring song while staying hidden. Anything else?
Oh.
That was a good turn.
How does that sound, Mikayla?
Alluring song. Let me think. Probably like the cha-cha slide, right? Because that lures me to the
that
dance
is
floor.
compelling. That is compelling.
Best possible choice.
It's very difficult to not join in. It's that or the Macarena, right?
Yeah, that's what she's singing up there.
She's up there going cha-cha real smooth.
2 hops this time. She's trying to get you to hop up to her crow's nest. Anything else? That was a good turn for Morthos. All
That
right,
is it.
next is Beldora, who rolled way better this time.
Good. She can use her short, stubby legs to get the hell up here.
Yeah, I was about to say 20. She's gonna get like just here to the entrance. It's just kind of looking past you guys. No way she has a good shot on this thing. It's just gonna miss, unfortunately. Hey, I tried, she says, and ducks back down. Sassuro, you're up.
I'm going to cast Darkness.
Whoa.
I don't have
That's
Dispel
awesome.
Darkness, so don't worry about it. I'm gonna. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to raise my wand and I'm going to point up to the crow's nest, and what she will see is an image that's sort of like a cloud, basically surrounding, and it will come down around her until she investigates it. Silent image is opaque. So as far as she's concerned, I've cast Darkness.
A fog just set in.
Yeah, exactly. So my idea being that hopefully she can't see us,
Yeah.
and maybe tries to jump out to attack. As per usual, I will communicate to my allies. That's not real.
Very helpful as always.
How far up is the crow's nest?
50 feet.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. That's a lot more than 5. I will
10 times.
stay in my crate. Like, good boy. That's me. But yeah. So the way this looks from the outside, just in case she sort of manages to get out of it, or I move and she comes out of it in some ways, is a sort of roiling cloud of dark energy that sort of comes in, but it is opaque. So right now she should not be able to see out.
Yeah,
Cool,
that's
that's me.
awesome. All right. Next is the Harpy, who you hear her song get like kind of raise in pitch, like get fearful, like she doesn't know what's happening. Just gonna try and sing again. Morthos and Nikari, give me wisdom saves.
And my familiar.
And Sweet Nova. Sassuro is immune to this song, as he has succeeded already.
Oh,
Do you
that's how
have
it works.
advantage?
My other idea was to use...
Yeah, against being charmed.
Oh, nice. Was to use Minor
With
Illusion to play a
17.
different song to clash with it.
I love that.
My turn.
I got a 12.
Uh-huh.
Oh, my familiar got a nat 20.
Nice.
Oh my gosh.
Nova is so awesome. Unfortunately, Morthos is not so awesome.
No, that's why he doesn't attack.
What does the
usually.
reaction do for you from your creature?
It's a +2 to anyone within 30 feet. I'm not within 30 feet.
And
Nova
it's
flew up.
but it is an attack roll, saving throw, etc. It's not just...
It's any ability check or saving throw, not attack roll.
Cool.
Yeah, ability check and saving throw.
That's really cool. Useless right now, but nice to know.
Yeah, if I didn't fly up, it could have been a +2 right now.
Morthos is the most beautiful song you've ever heard in your life, and you need to get up there. And that's what you'll do on your turn.
Nice.
Nikari, you're up.
Well, I have no idea that Morthos is so enraptured. So I'm going to go up here. I would go further if I could, but I can. So, I pretend I'm over here on top.
Mm-hmm,
Can I see her somewhat from the bit that was blasted off and knowing that it's an illusion?
Oh, yeah. Now that you've got a bit of a higher vantage point, this is like a weird setup. Let me get rid of this middle wall. Yeah, I think you have a better view.
I just
Got
want
anything?
enough to be able to Hunter's Mark.
Okay, yeah, you can definitely see her enough to do that.
Awesome. So I will Hunter's Mark, and then I will take a shot. So regular roll, but she probably has cover. Is that
Yeah, she does have cover.
okay?
Oops, goddamn, my mouse dying.
No, that missed big time.
Oh no.
That's an 8.
Yeah. This arrow goes wide over the crow's nest, and you can just hear this song continuing. She's really staying focused on that.
Can I suggest that perhaps she couldn't see the arrow coming? Just saying.
That is
after
true.
But that was the
Yeah.
intention, was to blind her.
Okay. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, she can't see, so that's why she's kind of scared and cowering in the crow's nest. Yeah, you can roll with advantage. That seems
One more time. Okay,
fair
that's
to
a
me.
total of 20.
Oh, wow, that hits for sure, for sure.
Thank you, Sassuro. That is cocked. That is 8 piercing damage.
Nice.
Oh, wait, I Hunter's Marked. Plus
Sure did.
3 force.
It's force damage these days. I just love this.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And she
You hear her song is
slowed-
interrupted. Oh, wow. What is that?
Yes.
Well,
Minus 10, I think?
minus 10 foot.
Cool. Okay,
Does she
yeah,
start
you
And
hear
singing?
then
her song is like briefly interrupted as she is hit with an arrow. But then she continues. All right. Peverell, you hear
Yeah.
a commotion going on upstairs.
I know. Yeah, I'll head on up.
Alrighty.
After the song.
Wonderful. Yeah, I mean, I don't have any spell slots, so I'll just fire off a Celestial Burst.
All right. Go ahead.
Can you see? Gosh.
With my eyes.
Yeah. Can we fire attacks from here, Mikayla?
From this level, you can, but she has like more cover than.
Oh, cool,
from
cool. That's great. That's
Nikari's
really good.
level.
Okay. Nice.
Cool. That's a nat 20 for a 26.
Holy moly!
nice.
Let her have it.
Nice.
Don't care about cover. We don't
Wasn't
give a
even with
damn
the
about that.
advantage.
I know.
Oh, max damage! 16
Holy
radiant.
Gosh.
shit!
Holy
That's
hell.
huge.
Me too.
Peverell is kicking ass.
Calibur provides people.
Oh my
Oh no, you
god,
rolled
that's
38, I think.
crazy. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So
Now, is that how we're
Easy.
doing crits in this, by the way? Are we doing
Yeah,
just
roll
double the
twice.
roll? Cool.
Roll twice.
That feels
cool.
feels good.
Yeah,
feels
well,
organic.
I think I don't need to do anything else. I think that's enough.
That was quite a turn.
Although I will say, part of the cantrip is that. Oh no, never mind. That's only if it's an object. Ignore me. That's me.
All right, we're back to Morthos. Morthos, you got to get to this song.
Hell yeah, I do.
You got to get up there. You got to
I
see
will
what's
climb.
going on up there. Yeah.
Up the mast / ladder / whatever it is. Can I
Okay.
action dash to get there quicker?
I think you should, and in fact, I
Nice.
think that's all you can do.
Alright, I'm now
You
in the
must
nest
move.
then.
Oh, yeah. Your most direct route. You can repeat your saving throw at the end of your turn.
All right.
It could end up being really good.
What
Could also end up
What'd you
being
say?
really bad. I said that could end up being really good. It could also end up being really bad. You going up there?
Can familiars help on saving throws at all? Is that a thing?
I'm thinking, no,
Not
right?
usually.
No.
But it's up to you, really. But in general,
Oh,
not
no.
really.
The song is too good. Morthos is up there
Can I
doing the
bonus
goddamn
action?
Macarena.
Can I bonus action start dancing in the nest?
That's a free action. And you do that.
Nice. I boogie.
Morthos uses his action to get down. Nova just shaking his head. Next is Beldora.
Nova is flying down on my shoulders, yelling in my ear to snap out of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Snap out of it.
Beldora will pop back up. Try to take a shot. Now that she has some advantage, will get a sneak attack if she hits, hopefully.
Nice.
Oh boy. Oh, yeah, that's gonna do it. Alright. Oh my god, I rolled so bad on the sneak attack. 2 1s and a 6. For 8 damage. Whatever. She is quite hurt. But yeah, that's not gonna finish the job. Sassuro, you're up.
I think I'll have the roiling darkness sort of move over her and like swarm her so it closes in on her.
That's creepy
Assuming
as
I've got some
hell.
image, hopefully to put it between her and Morthos.
Morthos?
That's the hoping.
Mhm.
And I don't feel like getting all the way up there. Just use a bonus action to give advantage. So I'm going to stay right the fuck where I am. Can I, however, get the
Seems
Unseen
wise.
Servant? I would have done this last time as well. To just continue on up as high as it can get. It'll climb up the mast if it can. It's wearing its sodding wet blanket.
Oh yeah.
And
The
it'll just,
Unseen Servant
it'll just clamber
soaring
up as
up.
far as it can.
Everyone's gathered around this mast. It's like the maypole. It's beautiful. All
That's me.
right. Next is our beautiful singer, the Harpy, who I feel like doesn't like this position she's in anymore, and I think is gonna try and fly out of here. She doesn't. This is tough. I'll roll to see if she heard Morthos up here dancing, because she can't
Well-
actually see him.
Well, yeah, I mean, once she flies up, obviously she'll fly out of it, right? I mean, it's
Yeah.
quite thick. It is
Wait,
quite thick.
how far does the darkness go?
15-foot cube.
It's 15 feet. Okay, yeah, she flies right out of it,
Mm.
and then sees Morthos up here dancing.
Yeah, because I purposely separated it so that it wasn't on you.
Yeah.
So that you could maybe, so that she could
Yeah.
see you. Okay, cool.
I think she's gonna see him,
Yeah,
knowing
definitely.
now that it was a
purposely
trick, and is
separated it.
going to go for you, right? She swoops down and is going to 16 to hit Morthos.
I mean, I can't react or anything, right? I'm dancing.
Just ask, is that your armor class?
My armor class is 13.
Dang. 1, 4, 5 slashing damage, and
How much fire?
since you were charmed, you are freely grappled by her. It's going to pick you up and start flying off.
I am heavy.
It's okay.
But she is 10 foot slower.
She is 10 foot slower, so let me see. She had to
And she did
fly
some yo-yoing.
10 feet up, 10 feet back down to 20, so she can fly 10 more feet. So now she's 60 feet up. She can only fly 10 more
Does
feet.
hitting me affect the charm at all?
Good question. I think, let's find out. Whenever it takes damage from a source other than the harpy, the target can repeat the saving throw. So no, you love this. This is
Hell, you
great.
hit me again.
She will. No, that's gonna miss. That's only a 10 to hit.
Yeah, I was dancing too quick. I
All right.
waited.
That's her turn. She looks very hurt and is dangling Morthos up above. Nikari, you see this. Morthos being held up in the air by the harpy, who is very injured. You're up.
Is he still above the crow's nest?
Yes. So she's like 10 feet up above it now, so 60 feet up.
But if she was to drop him, he'd likely drop into it.
That's fair.
Good.
God.
That's what we like to hear.
Okay.
Holy shit.
In that case, I assume she's out of the darkness and could see me.
Yeah. Sorry, Coco
It's
never
okay.
left. I thought she left. She didn't. She was over there crying. Yes, she can see you now. She
Okay.
can see all of
Alright.
y'all. You're making a
Then
fool out of her.
Here goes. That is, okay, so 17 plus 5, so 22.
Damn, absolutely.
Sniper.
That is 6 force, 7 piercing.
Wow. Nikari, please finish off this
Yes!
harpy that wrecked
Nice.
your ship.
Woo!
She's still kind of singing, so I'll just shoot up and pierce right into her throat.
Oh my goodness.
Watch how
The
real smooth
song.
that, bitch!
The song stops. It is cut short. And she falls. As does
And I fall.
Morthos. Give me a dex save to land
Hopefully
in the...
10 feet is what we're hoping, Matt.
Yeah.
That's what we're hoping.
Not 60. If you do fall to the deck, I will instruct the unseen servant to catch you with its 2 strength.
Nova is doing everything can to help me. Adds a +2 to make it a 12.
A 12.
Sound like a disappointed school teacher. You brought me a
It was-
12?
It was kind of disappointing.
If you want, I could hit the side of the crow's nest and then tumble over all the way down.
If you knock
I
yourself
like
out
that
hitting
image.
the bottom, I can spare the dying of you.
I like that image, so you won't take the full 66. You'll hit the crow's nest, it'll slow you down a little bit, you'll take 46 damage as you plummet to the deck. I think that's generous.
Me too.
3, 6, 9, 10 damage as you plummet.
I took 10 damage?
Yes.
I have 11 hit points. That's amazing.
Amazing.
As Morthos makes a crater, and you probably honestly crash down to the lower level, because
Yeah, you
this
go
ship
through.
sucks. It's in shambles.
I'm in the water.
But yeah, the water, it probably hurts, actually. You probably belly flop.
Oh.
It's fine.
Like, I might throw my hand over my mouth.
And that is the harpy. Congratulations, gang. You saved the day.
You see Sassuro's eyes come out the crate. Is there anything else gonna try and kill us?
I don't believe.
Don't worry about me, guys.
I won't.
You okay?
It's down in the hold.
He gets up and slowly
I'm gonna
comes
start
back
casting
to the top.
detect magic.
Thought you would hit the crow's nest and stay there.
Don't worry. I've been through much worse.
Wow.
Really?
Morthos, you're so cool.
When you say
says
really, he doesn't answer.
He's
Not
trying to-
because he's lying, but because he's thinking about what he's been through.
He's pensive, I see. Yeah. Well, you see Beldora has a couple, like, sacks full of stuff that she has put in her satchel that she found below decks that said, this was a pretty lucrative adventure. Yeah, nice job, guys.
I like to think
Ye-
that she was coming up for like half her turn to just like shoot in the air
That's
wildly
exactly
and then just
what
going back
she's
down and looting.
Like, you see she had her hand crossbow in one hand and her crowbar in the other. Like, she was not getting her eye off the bag. You actually hear some bottles of like something clinking around in her bag.
My goodness.
What's she collecting seawater for?
It's rum.
Yo ho ho. Yeah, once detect magic is up, I will seek the nature of the boots and just see if there's any other magic on the ship anywhere else. Really, I'll walk around and I'll ask maybe Peverell. Will you? Oh, actually, no. Sorry, Peverell's probably going to attend to Morthos, right? I'll ask Nikari. Would you stay with me while I look around for any strange magics?
Sure.
The unseen servant will go one step in front of me with the cloak. But obviously I'll start off by trying to work out what magic is on the boots, if there is any. Because they do look very pristine.
They are pristine and magical, and you see that these boots appear to be elven made, as if they are boots of elven kind, even. Some might say. As if they are a kind of boots that elves might wear. So there you go. That's how they look.
They'll suit you.
Nice.
And
Are
you
they
also
thigh high,
get
knee high, short boots?
they fit to whatever they fit to the wearer, so whatever style you want.
Well, are they, Nikari?
Maybe the Warlock wants them.
Morthos is over in the corner. It looks like he's talking. Well, he's over here. His back is to everyone else. It looks like he's talking, but you cannot hear what he's saying.
He's just muttering to himself.
Praying that that never happens again.
Yeah, he's got a couple broken bones, maybe.
Yeah, I'm gonna head over to him actually, and not meaning to like interrupt whatever he's doing.
Damn it! Why can I not delete this token?
What's going on?
I have 2
deleted him.
tokens.
I think your Roll20's wigging out because you're gone off my map.
I have a token right
Try
here. Do you don't see?
refreshing.
You don't see that
refresh.
I have
No,
a token right here.
refresh. That's
Oh,
just
no,
for
No,
you.
man, I had 4 unseen servants, so I wouldn't worry about it.
Oh my god. Peverell, when you come over to me, I got kind of like startled as if you interrupted something.
Morthos, I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt what you're doing. I just wanted to quickly check over you, make sure you don't have any internal bleeding.
Yes,
It was
please.
quite a fall you took.
That would be very nice.
Wonderful. And I will begin just kind of very gently putting like the tips of my fingers like in certain places, like over his ribs, stuff like that, just to see if they feel broken or see if anything feels abnormal.
No, I think I'm still one piece.
He is still
Is
in
he
one
alright,
piece.
Mikayla?
That quite hurts. Yeah, you guys. He just needs to take it easy, maybe.
Yeah, then I'll just say I think rest is your best medicine now. Please continue.
Or
with
cure
what you're
wounds.
My man said I'm not
you
using my
used, like,
spell slot on you.
He doesn't have any spell slots.
A non-existent spell slot.
Yeah, exactly.
The
I'll leave him to what he was doing.
Oh, he'll walk. He's just gonna walk over with you.
Sassuro, as Peverell comes back, you get also a sense of necromancy coming from his pocket, which you can intuit that is probably that little talisman that you found.
Yep, I will march around the boat, seeing if there's anything else magical.
Do
There's a couple
you
of
go
bits,
down to the hold?
in a second. There's a couple of bits I'm interested in up here. Specifically, I'd like to look at the painting. I think that was in here. With it up, see if that's magical. And I'll pop into the captain's quarters, and then I'll say to Nikari, I don't know how to ask this. I can't swim.
Aww.
It's really deep down there.
Eventually, I mean, if we stick together, I could probably teach you to swim, but
Aww.
do you...
I just hang on to your back.
Sure. Just watch the
I fully intend to find a magical way of solutioning the fact that I don't ever have to swim. But long before that is an occurrence, like water walk and many other things.
Ooh, hell yeah.
Yeah, but if you will allow, I would like a piggyback into the hold, please. And then even down into the lowest level, Sassuro is a very good climber and he has claws, so if he needs to clamber over boxes and stuff, he will inspect the whole boat. Over 10 minutes.
Just going through the boat very quickly. The only other place you sense any magic is in this third level where the zombies were, within one of the crates that Beldora did not open. You find a little leather case, a little tube, and you see within is a spell scroll.
Sick. Is it Waterwalk?
It's not. It's actually a spell scroll of command, which I don't think you can learn.
What's your rule for casting?
Any caster can use a scroll.
Yeah, okay.
If it's like above your level,
make a check. Yeah.
that you can cast, make a check.
Cool.
But otherwise,
I
any
will
of you
offer
can
that
use
to
this.
no one.
I command you to water walk.
I will also keep the scroll case. Because it's obviously it's been quite durable here. If I may, mostly so I can have a separate section in my inventory to put scrolls. Because I don't have that much combat-oriented spells anyway. Like I really have Major Image and Shield. It will. I think it will benefit the whole party if I keep the scroll because it would be a good turn, right? Effectively, if that's okay with Josh specifically. Obviously, your character, that is a cleric spell.
Wait, sorry, what?
There's a scroll of command. I'd like to keep it to myself. I probably haven't told you about it, but
something I'm gonna.
I just think utilizing a scroll in combat is probably better done by Sassuro than anyone else. Anyway, thanks.
Perfect.
This time, at least.
We'll see. And with that, you guys have cleared.
Can I just?
Of course.
I just spent like the past 5 minutes trying to create it in my head.
Okay.
I'm gonna head over to the room with the painting in it.
Ooh.
So now that we have the full story of what happened, I'm hoping what I'm about to do is the thing that Kalimbo wanted me to do. Because if not, then I'm kind of stumped as to what he wants me to do. And gods are very fickle with their messaging. So I'm hoping this wins. So in front of this picture, I will place down the locket of hair and the talisman. Is the talisman sturdy?
Yeah, it's sturdy enough as 2 little finger bones are. You could easily snap it over your fingers, but it's not like
perfect
falling apart,
Okay, great. So I'm gonna place my staff down, like leaning against the wall, and I'm gonna hold the little bone talisman, and I'm going to say, I call forward to Orcus, the Prince of Undeath.
Whoa.
In the name of Kalimvor, the Lord of the Dead and the Judge of the Damned, I rebuke thee. I rebuke your power that has held a grasp over those who have suffered here and the other wreckages around this island. I rebuke the power, the unnatural and necrotic power that you have over the mortals who have perished here. In the name of Kalimvor, I rebuke thee. And then as I say that last one, I snap the talisman.
I love that. As you snap it, you see this dark red kind of wisp fly out of it. And give me a religion check with advantage.
Ooh. Nice. 22.
Wow. Yeah, as you snap it, you see this little red wisp fly up and away, kind of towards the painting, and then dissipates before your eyes. And after a moment, it feels like everything goes totally silent around you, almost like you're in meditation.
Mm.
You feel that sense of wholeness. You feel like Kalimvor is turning his gaze on you specifically in this moment, benevolently. And you think, you know that the undead curse here has been lifted.
Nice. Wonderful. I close my eyes and there's a little smile on my face, and I thank Canvor for his guidance in this matter. And I will return to everyone else, and I will say, I believe our work here is done.
And on that perfect note, I think that is where we'll wrap it up. Congratulations, you're level 2.
Yay! What a wonderful way of getting channel divinity.
I know, huh? It's kind of perfect. Yeah, this quest I knew was like so Peverell coded all over.
Yeah, totally.
So yeah, so awesome. Great job, gang.
We reroll 1s on our hit die for level ups.
Yeah.
Amazing.
What about 2s? Just so I know before I can roll.
I got an 8. From a
Reroll. What's your hit die? A D10? Yeah, you can reroll
Yeah.
it too.
Thank goodness.
What's the rules for learning spells? Do I learn 2 spells a level as per usual, as per base, and then an extra illusion one when I get it? Or just like normal standard shit?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, normal
So
standard
you get
shit.
free illusion spells when you... Are you 2024?
Once I get the illusion school, I get a free one every time we reach a new school of spells.
Right,
illusion spell, but it doesn't always mean... It doesn't have to be a wizard spell necessarily, it's just an illusion spell. But everything I'm going to take is going to be...
So that's why Opal has Circle of Power.
Yeah, you'll never guess what I've just taken, Matt.
Uh-oh.
Sorry, I was looking at my character sheet.
You never guess what I've just learned from level 2.
A spell?
Featherfall.
Featherfall. You didn't have it yet? That's so funny.
I thought you were going to say you took Summon Share.
I've got Featherfall and Grease.
Ooh, Grease Lightning.
That would have been great, honestly.
Yeah, alright. Let's MVPs. Matt, why don't you go first?
Alright, I actually have one that I really like. I really like the one-on-one battle between Nikari and the Ghoul, but then something else happened that I laughed in my head a lot. It was when you told someone to make a saving throw, and they got a 14, and it was a pass. Do you guys remember who made this saving throw?
I did from the song.
Yeah, the hard
And you said that's good. And in my head, I thought you were going to say that's a fail, and it made me think. It made me think of the difference between different DM styles. Because if this was James, he would have said, "Oh, that's good. You failed terribly." And you said, "That's good. You passed." And if I was DM, I would have said the same thing as I'd be like that. "Oh, that's great.
Good.
You failed." Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I would do the same thing. I would do the same thing as a DM. So it's just fun seeing people's different DM styles.
It's not even something I think about.
Speaking
maybe I'll try to gaslight you a little more.
Yeah. Speaking of which, Pirates from chat was saying level 2 already. You should have at least 2 more sessions at level 1. And when you think about it, like, I keep people at level 1 for like 6 episodes. Mikayla's like 2 episodes in, she's like, I'm done with that shit. Like, the character could have died today to a Lastodon goal, like, we can't be dealing with that.
Yeah, you'll be level 2 for a little longer, but yeah, I usually do level up after like 2 sessions from level 1. Yeah. Or once you complete a full quest, basically. So yeah, James.
I have so many, but I will... I will go. I'll take 2, I think. So the first one was Josh saying to the one-eyed NPC, "That's a good eye you have."
That was awesome. That was awesome.
Yeah, and then also when you asked Peverell what does his magic feel like, and he talked about the feeling of loss when he's not connected to magic and felt whole when he is. And I thought it was quite sad, really. In a way, but I suppose once you have such a true connection, I'm not religious in real life, but I'm guessing, especially in this sort of world where gods really do let you connect magically, once you felt that kind of connection, everything else does feel a bit empty.
Yeah.
I have a bunch of others, so I might come back if you don't.
Josh.
I think mine has got to be that ghoul just dragging Nikari all over the place and then down into the water. It was just a really simple and really cool way of having a horror type of enemy be scary. It was really effective. Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, I thought this was like a very cool monster that just has, it's just a ghoul with like a swim speed pretty much, but yeah.
They're terrifying.
I was
They're
like-
terrifying, like when you think about
Yeah,
it.
scary.
Yeah.
Like, not in terms of like D&D stat blocks, in terms of like just a life thing, right? Just an undead
Yeah.
guy just reaches in and just pulls you down to the bottom of the ocean. Like, fuck that.
Exactly. Yep. Elora.
Yeah, I have a couple. The harpy singing the cha-cha slide canonically.
Cha-cha real smooth. That's what Morthos
the
was doing.
The whole aspect of the layered ship is just so cool to be able to play around with the different layers.
Yeah.
And then my top is he's a land otter, not a water otter.
Oh, it's not my fault Josh is obsessed with poor Bandit being anything other than what he is.
It looks like an otter.
You look like an otter, bitch!
Cute.
God.
He's just dreaming of that otter with jeans, who I still love. Yeah, mine, I really loved Sassuro's use of illusion. It's so freaking like tricky to think about. Like, yeah, we just established these dumb zombies are not going to be smart enough to attack anything other than what's right in front of them. So yeah, I was like, that is.
I think
clever.
the kudos goes to you for rewarding it, because realistically, if those illusions don't do something in combat, Sassuro was just sitting there going, "Hi guys, you want to see pretty pictures?" Like, do you know what I mean? It has to work both ways, and it's so rewarding. I really liked the way that like the Lacedon ghoul saw through it, but then like she went up out the darkness cloud, and like we got a Varnage, and it was it's so rewarding to collaborate in that way, and it's really fun.
Yeah, I like to reward that kind of clever play because I think that's like so hard for me to think of on the spot. I really liked Peverell's just now rebuking of Orcus. That was so awesome and powerful. And yeah, so perfect for going into level 2. And just a minor one, Nikari's Yeti language.
And the callback to it constantly throughout the session, when anything made any noise, is that Yeti? And then the possibility she might not speak Yeti, because there were crabs, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, I did
Did you
enjoy
have some
it.
more, James?
Yeah, I liked you saying it's every weasel for themselves, Josh, which was great. In results to Sassuro, to Bandit not helping someone else but helping himself. Your imagery of like moving in and the skeleton moving, but it being crabs inside it, was like a really cool little bit of flavor that. If you're in the mind of your character, that's fucking terrifying, right? So that was really, really cool. The fact that Spiny Shield single-handedly saved Nikari's ass.
That was so awesome.
And the
Spiny
teleport
Shield is
out.
goated.
The teleport out.
The teleport out was so awesome too.
Which was sick. And then my final MVP was Josh seeing the picture of the Lacedon ghoul and going, "That was me this morning when I found out James had a brownie." That just fucking killed me. But yeah, that is where we're going to end. If you guys would like to say goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
We shall see you soon.